We fair children, lost and wild. Dad punishes us, each and every child. But we are feral children, we thrive on chaos. Dad may try to punish us, he will never tame us. Hell in the cell, hell in the cell. It's Dad's test of might. All kids will go in to fight. There is only one survivor. Bring a shiver, a screwdriver. Punishment is kinetic dance. Leotards moving in a trance. It's the feral children's penance, watching camel toes prance. My Auntie Deb is a whore. We are feral children, lost and wild. Dad punishes us, each and every child. But we are feral children, we thrive on chaos. Dad may try to punish us, he will never tame us. My Auntie Deb is a fucking whore. Hell in the cell, hell in the cell. Test of might. All kids will go in to fight. There is only one survivor. Bring a shiver, a screwdriver. Punishment is kinetic dance. Leotards moving in a trance. It's the feral children's penance, watching camel toes prance. Auntie fucking Deb is a goddamn whore. But we are feral children, we thrive on chaos. Dad may try to punish us, he will never tame us.
Lift your hands, worship him, exalt him. You are God Almighty, worthy is the dog, worthy is the dog. You are the Hoogan. Hallelujah, hallelujah. For the Lord our Hoogan reigns. Hallelujah, hallelujah, for the Lord our Hoogan reigns. We exalt you, Hoogan, Hoogan. You are God Almighty, worthy is the dog, worthy is the dog. You are the Hoogan. You are Lord God Almighty, worthy is the dog, worthy is the dog. Amen. We exalt you, Hoogan, Hoogan, Hoogan. You are Lord God Almighty, worthy is the dog, worthy is the dog. You are the Hoogan. You are Lord God Almighty, worthy is the dog, worthy is the dog. Amen. Hallelujah, hallelujah. For the Lord God Almighty reigns. Hallelujah, hallelujah. For the Lord God Almighty reigns. We exalt you, yes. All the feral children sing, glory, glory, he reigns. All the feral children sing, glory, glory, he reigns. You are Lord God Almighty, worthy is the dog, worthy is the dog. You are the Hoogan. You are Lord God Almighty, worthy is the dog, worthy is the dog. Amen. We exalt you, Hoogan. We exalt you, Hoogan. We exalt you, Hoogan.
How worthy this dog is. All the feral children sing. And hey, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to play Turd and the Birds, patriotic, new version of their election video while I switch out my headphones. Give me 1 second. I have to play this, though. It's so good. If you guys didn't know, Election Day's tomorrow. We have a very special last-minute guest. I told you guys he was coming. I mean it this time. But let's kick it off the right way. Let's play Turn the Bird 2024. This is their final iteration of this campaign slogan song, I think. So let's check it out, shall we?
Out on the campaign trail, Turd and Birdie side by side, here ready to be the leaders of the free world. Money on YouTube is our entire resume, and that's what is needed for the USA. We keep the trolls away. We won't do anything. We won't do anything. All of the presidents before us would act like penises, changing everything to seem like goddamn geniuses. We won't mess around with cocky pretentiousness. We know change has only caused more inconveniences. The bird and the turd for president, what a fucking ride. Out on the campaign trail, Turd and Birdie side by side, we are ready to be the leaders of the free world. Money on YouTube is our entire resume, and that's what is needed for the USA. We keep the trolls away. We won't do anything. We won't do anything. Budget rescission, restitution, and compensation is such crap. A year later, they reinstate all the programs that they slashed, and everything is started over from scratch. What a pain in the ass, all that money just thrown in the trash. We will do none of that. We will just get high wearing a turd hat. And we can
Think about it this way, though. I'm going to bring myself up for a second. Think about it this way. If any of the candidates right now that we had popped in and said, we won't do anything, our goal is weed, restitution, and we'll wear a turd hat, I mean, I'd vote for the motherfucker in a second, in a heartbeat. That's why I really think we can get this bird and the turd thing off the ground. And I just want you, as you listen to the rest of this campaign song, to consider that. And consider that, you know, if you don't go out and vote, if you don't, then the system, you know, inevitably, they'll try to fix it, but they're just going to fuck it up more. So let's just keep it fucked up, but let's put good people in there, like the bird and the turd. All right? Bird and the Turd 2024. If we vote tomorrow, all right? If you haven't voted yet, you vote tomorrow. You are pushing forward a society that can one day be set up for success, and vote for bird and turd. We can really make this happen in 4 to 8 to 12 years. Really think about that.
Finally be indifferent after Karen Reed is found factually innocent and the corrupt get their deserved punishment. Then we will chill. The turd and the bird do not disturb us. We are busy doing nothing on purpose. The bird and the turd for the president, what a fucking ride. Out on the campaign trail, Turd and Birdie side by side, we are ready to be the leaders of the free world. Modding on YouTube is our entire resume, and that's what is needed for the USA. We keep the trolls away. We would like to be able to make promises to nationally legalize weed and psilocybin, but we could only authorize it after Congress ratifies a bill to declassify it. We won't fucking lie about it. We can't do anything about it. The bird and the turd for president, we won't do anything. The bird and the turd for president, what a fucking ride. Out on the campaign trail, Turd and Birdie side by side, we are ready to be the leaders of the free world.
I'm over here fucking coughing to death listening to this banger, you guys. Absolute banger. Let's stop that screen and pull me up here so I can pick the psoriasis off my nose for you. How are you guys doing today? I didn't do anything productive for 2 days. I think I'm in purgatory until Wednesday. Bless a purgatory. We all love a good waiting room, don't we? Don't we? You guys, I have something special for you today. I have a few special things for you. The teen mom drama is getting out of control. Janelle has gotten in a fight with Jace to the point where Janelle had to call the cops. Jace is like 14 or 15. This is like the 5th time he's ran away. I'm glad you said that. funny you should bring that up. They did name him. They named the little boy after that character in Usual Suspects. So what the fuck, Janelle? It's gotten so bad that Nathan is the good guy again, Andrea. You know, Nathan quit vaping. He quit smoking. He quit doing everything. He like got healthy, got anger management. He got out of jail. I'm literally vaping as I'm being shocked by this. I know, me too. Let's fucking vape together. But he's 10, 11, dude. Baby Kaiser is vaping. Allegedly, because we know how that bitch likes to sue. Of course, she's denying it all. But listen, the Ashley says so I believe it. Also, he is quoted as saying by teachers and his friends at school, it's okay if I vape. Mom says it's fine as long as I don't smoke cigarettes. The world is fucking upside down. He is 11, 10? Is that how old he is? He's like 10 or 11. If Ensley starts vaping, I'm calling CPS. Like, I cannot believe this shit. I cannot believe this shit. Farrah's blonde now, too. And she's still with that sugar daddy, and she's still posting Sophie on her OnlyFans. What the fuck is going on? Still posting Sophie on her OnlyFans. I know Janelle called the cops on Jace while Janelle was chasing Jace. And she's like, as long as my kid is vaping and not smoking, it's like he's 10, he's 11. It's awful. So everyone's calling CPS on her. Hello, Danny After Dark. We're talking teen mom drama. I rebuke Farrah in all of her forms as well. She was at AEW. She was at a wrestling show once with the sugar daddy that is married. And he's old as fuck and fat and disgusting. And the two of them sit together and they watch wrestling, and it's gross because she looks like the fucking Saw guy. What is that movie? Saw. She looks like, what's his name? Ding Dang. What's his name? Billy? What? Billy? Jigsaw. She looks like Jigsaw, dude. I rebuke Farrah in all forms. Someone get a screenshot of this. Oh, by the way, what's that? What is this? What is this, you ask? What is this? What the fuck is on my wrist? Oh, what is that? It's fucking Mahjong. You guys, Tiffany's Mahjong is crazy good. This is huge, Tiffany. Thank you. I have to tell you, I almost cried opening this. Dylan, Dad's boyfriend, was fascinated with the Mahjong. The tiles. Did you hear Mookie's? Did you guys hear the short? I told Mookie's, I was like, these could be your collars. And when I said Mahjong collar, he started talking. And I was like, well, I have to film this. And I put it in my shorts. The Hoogan's obsessed. First of all, I did not expect them to be this big. And I love it. I love chunky and huge. I'm like, it either needs to be tiny or huge. I'm not a medium when it comes to jewelry. It needs to be too big or too small. This is perfect. It is. I thought it was I don't know why. I didn't think they'd be this heavy. They feel like fucking. Like, is this real elephant tusk? What am I wearing? Is this jade? What is this? It's beautiful. It's heavy. The thing that's cool is usually you see beads and they look real cheap. These are like frosted. And they look like little planets. And I've just been complimenting myself all day on this Mahjong. Tiffany, you've changed my fucking wrist, bitch. It looks incredible. If you guys don't know Minx and Maven, I don't know if the code still works. I don't even think Tiffany is here, is she? But I'm putting a banner up. You could try the code. I don't know if it still works, but I definitely just want you to go to her Etsy shop because this is crazy. You prefer huge? I bet you do. You fucking. Hi, Danny. Hi, Baby Fishmouth. Baby Fishmouth is sweeping the nation. Aren't all sugar daddies? That's the trade, right? It is. It is. I'm going to have to Google these people. Girl, just watch Teen Mom OG. Or just watch 16 and Pregnant with Janelle and you're fucking done. You're hooked. Farrah, you are fucking in. And get ready for the ride of your life. It is like Breaking Bad because you're like, at what point did I start feeling bad for this meth head? And then like a few years later, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. He's a piece of shit. Same, insert any teen mom. Done. Today, we've got a very special guest. You kids have been begging for it. You kids had a lot of questions. You kids, I don't even know if you're fucking ready for this. Our guest today, just in time for voting season. You saw him recently on TikTok screaming at Trump supporters in support. It's your brother, Hudson, the devil. Hudson,
Hi.
This look. I'm loving this look. LEWK. We thought
It's a look.
Shirley, this can't be Hudson. Don't call me Shirley. And then we watched and we went through and we have a specific guy that the whole group loved. You guys, it's your brother Hudson. We love your videos. Everyone loves him. People are saying, I support Trump and I love this guy. They were saying that. And I was like, well, you shouldn't because he's a rapist, but also, yay, like crossing boundaries. Miss Parks, look, it's the fucking devil, dude. I got the devil here. Hudson, how have you been?
Roswell. I'm up in Roswell all the time. Andrea. I'm up there all the time in Roswell.
Hudson, why do you have an accent? This is sick. I did not.
I'm from Appalachia.
I know. You've told me this. Why did I not? It's not registering for me. It's tripping me out. When you are the devil and you are in Georgia.
Yeah.
Devil went down to Georgia is what the kids were saying.
It comes out. I get when I'm acting up that character, it comes out a bit more. But
we love the Amish guy. I know he's not Amish, but the Tennessee guy, he has a fucking dump truck, dude.
Somebody asked today if his hat gets bigger every time we pan to it, and I was like, it might.
It really did look ridiculously too big for his head. Does he know that's a gardening hat?
I don't know, but I want a hat like that. I think it's pretty epic. I don't think I can pull it off the way he does, though.
You know, I'm pretty surprised, Hudson, at how many kids are from Georgia in the chat the other day and today.
Georgia people, we vote early in Georgia.
Yeah. So what?
Turning out.
So when we met and started talking about like the channel and stuff, it was mainly like KD Jeunesse stuff and like a lot of Georgia centric stuff. And I just think it's so you've sent me some emails where you've been through some crazy shit. And I'm like, God damn, like, and we looked into, remember the missing guy? We won't get too deep into that, but remember the guy who was bothering you and he ended up being a missing guy?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, Hudson? And then, so it didn't surprise me at all to find out that you're the devil. Yeah. And like the famous one on TikTok who's winning the hearts of Republicans and Democrats somehow.
Yeah.
Why is everyone letting Satan into their heart right before election time?
It's what they need.
It is what they need.
It's what they need. I think it's the perfect answer to right-wing fascism.
It is. And tell them how you came up with this. Because I really thought the whole inspiration for it all was what fascinated me. It was like, this is like, do you remember when you were emailing me and you were like, I'm trying to figure out a way to communicate or to change things?
Yeah, I just, I don't know. It just hit me. I was working on a state house campaign. I'd been working for the Harris campaign and doing different things, kind of dedicating myself to, the election. Mm-hmm. And then it just hit me. I don't know, as Halloween was approaching, it just kind of hit me that it would be a way to kind of get out there and inject some humor into things. People are so stressed out and anxious about all of it, as they should be.
Yeah.
But, I've been doing this kind of work, not in a costume, but this kind of work for over 2 decades. And I've tried.
You said that in the emails. You've been doing, you're my politics buddy. Like if I have a question about politics, I can ask you.
Well,
you're pretty aware of a lot.
I have a lot of opinions.
Well, yeah, you have a lot of opinions, but you also back them up. Like you've always given me like links to things if I have questions. Like you're like, here, let me show you where I got this.
Yeah.
I thought your use of OSINT to try to maneuver your way into specific platforms to where you were able to do this was fascinating. And the fact that you were willing to do it at all, because going to the rally of the opposite party, you would think that most people would get pretty anxious, right?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? Like, what were you ever scared to go in there? Like
to the rallies or to stuff I was doing before? No, it's nothing. I just don't think about it really. I think for me, like what's on the line is so important. And it's, it's like I told you in the email when people were saying, oh, I want to do this, or
this is so funny. I could put on a costume and go out and do it. And that's where I said I don't recommend it
Yeah.
because I only show what's funny online.
Mhm.
I've got a lot of content, and it's not all funny. I got some today. Today was kind of a dark day. In fact, I'll tell you about that later. But it's dangerous work, and you have to, like I told somebody, if you're not willing to potentially die for it, then don't try it because you just might. Especially as, the election has drawn nearer. Things are a bit more intense. Like today.
There have been rallies where people have died, like
Yeah.
Charleston, right?
Yeah. I've been at protests, before, not this cycle, but protests in the past where people did in fact die, people that I know, or people got hurt badly. Had a friend that I wasn't at the protest. She was at a protest out in Oregon, and she was shot and killed. And this is somebody that's not confrontational at all. Just with someone, just a good person, a good spirit, and she happened to be there.
Was this during when they had the, what's it called, Chaz, that whole thing in Seattle?
Yeah.
Around that time, yeah. Oregon and Seattle,
Charlottesville, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Charlottesville. I always say it wrong.
Yeah, protests were going on around the
We had a 16-year-old here that got shot by the cops, and he was shot with the fake rubber, or it's like a pack, I guess, but it hit him so hard that he ended up on life support and dying.
Yeah.
And the cops who shot him got away with it. I think the worst thing that happened here was Garrett. He was him and his wife is a paraplegic, like she doesn't have legs or arms.
Yeah.
She's in a wheelchair, and he is ex-military and really tall, strapping ginger lad, and he went to all the protests armed because he believed in open carry. And we live in a place where that is, at least in Texas anyway, I'm sure you can relate, they, when there's any gun protests, like both sides come out. And he was one of the people who, on the very far left liberal side, was walking in the front with his open carry rifle, just like thousands of people did on the other side. But a guy in a car decided to crash into the protesters.
Yeah.
And then shot him and killed him because they saw him with the rifle and presumed he was going to use it. And he was pushing her in a wheelchair across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our governor just pardoned the guy who shot him.
Yeah.
And so to see shit like that happen, to see people die over this, you're right. You have to be willing to die.
Yeah.
You're the devil. You're probably going to hell, but
definitely going.
Have you gotten to a point where you were scared for your life while you've been there?
No. At other things, once or twice, but not this. But you just have to keep your head on a swivel, and you got to be able to read people quickly, and kind of look for escalation points, just to be able to identify those. You just have to be ready. You have to be ready for it. Everything's fine until it isn't. That's what I tell people.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way to put it. And especially when you're dealing with people that, clearly are prone to brainwashing and are.
We call it passion in the South.
Yeah.
We say
very superstitious, and I'm
brainwashed. I'm passionate.
Insulting, but
yeah.
There's a lot of religious zealotry in those events, and so when those folks become fearful, and especially if you combine that with anything else that's going on, if there's any type of mental illness or anything, then things can
escalate. And there's always mental illness when there's politics.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it. Hey, we have a question. We have a couple of questions for you. Are you down to answer some questions?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And by the way, if you guys have any questions for Hudson, whether it's, I don't know if it's too late to register to vote, but whether it's how you would in the future, whether it's, how to find your poll play, whatever question, any politics shit, Hudson's your guy. All right. not politics shit, but you know what I mean? Anything political that you want to ask Hudson, anything about voting, what people, who stands for what, this is your time. I'm a little fucked up in the head from the last few days, but I think Satan can he can guide you. Okay. So Megan wants to know, Hudson, do you think felons should be able to vote?
Yes. And I mean, I think it maybe depends on what happened, but I think when they've served their time and, right now it's up to states, depending on the state that they're in, what requirements they have to meet to regain that right. But I think when they've served their time, absolutely, they should be able to.
What about kid fuckers?
Huh? Yeah. We know.
Yeah, I think if you're fucking kids, you shouldn't. And here's why. Because you can affect laws and change that benefit you. And let me explain why. If you're voting for a candidate who's saying you should be allowed to get married at 13, kid fuckers are going to love that.
Yeah.
So no kid fuckers should be allowed to vote. Are there any other? I think people who shoot people in the face, are we cool with that? Not with them shooting them, but if they serve their time, are we cool with that?
Right. And,
it's complicated.
In general, I say, if they've served their time, then yeah, they should be able to. But
okay. Well, you are the devil, so it's okay to go full blown on some of those.
But yeah, the kid dealers, I don't know about that.
Yeah, if you fuck kids, you shouldn't be. Can people vote today?
They could, yes. And most polls are up until about 7. Again, it depends on your state and your precinct and everything. And then tomorrow, of course, is the big day. That's the election day. So everybody that has already voted, thank you for voting. And if you can, try to encourage anybody that you can to get out and vote tomorrow, and remind them too of the states that must allow, their employers have to allow you time to get out and vote. People can leave work a couple hours early to do that in some cases, or come in a couple hours late, depending on, the employer gets the right to kind of set those parameters, but you do get time to go do that. So that's a couple hours you don't have to be at work too.
Now, let me ask you a question. If you have, and this is situational, obviously, like everybody's situation is going to vary based on their employment, but let's say you have a boss who's kind of a dick, and they tell you, nope, you can't go vote. What do you say to someone like that? Like, what do you tell them legally? It's my right. Like, what can we brace the kids with as far as verbiage? That would be
right to go vote, but there are states that, let's see, I posted them today and I couldn't recite them off the top of my head, but if you Google it, there are states that have that law that they have to allow you. And then there are states that don't. So you'd have to just kind of look at your state law. Usually your Secretary of State website is where to go. And then there are voter hotline numbers that you can call as well. That have, legal people there that can answer all those questions, depending on your state that you're in. But
Andrew has a great yeah, always vote early if you can, but we're on the last day and some people panicked and put it off. Now, Hudson, this is a great question.
This is happening all over.
This is great because you get to answer it in 2 ways, Satan. You get to answer the political answer and the relationship side. Hudson, I live in Asheville, and I found out 2 days ago that my husband voted for Trump and didn't tell me about it. Yeah. Any advice? Because I'm sleeping in a different bedroom right now. What's your advice, Hud?
Which answer do you want first?
Both. Give her the political Sunday school answer.
The Sunday school answer.
From the devil himself.
The Sunday school answer would be safe. I mean, first of all, just look out for yourself. I mean, I don't know anything about your relationship, but I've encountered situations where when I was canvassing that I go to talk to a voter and she's on my list. Maybe it's just the woman on my list, and a man opens the door. And it becomes clear that they're not aligned, politically. And so I have to kind of make something up on the fly as to why I'm there to talk to anybody, or pretend that I'm there to talk to him instead. So it's a real thing. This is going on right now. And there's even a trend I saw on TikTok where women are, dancing around, laughing and saying, I'm on my way to cancel my husband's vote. And
yeah, I've seen that.
It's all fine and good. And that's entertaining and good for them. But, we've got a lot of women that, are not ones making those videos because they do fear for their safety with their husbands, or they feel, fear for their, financial security, like their living situation, depending on what that relationship is, if they're married or not. But, I think just conversations that you can have, depending on if, somebody's willing to hear it. The other, answer to that the non-Sunday
Hudson
school
answer.
version is, I made a post the other day to my followers, is, when women were saying, I'm on my way to cancel my husband's vote. I'm like, you need to be canceling that whole husband. That's what you need to do.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Also, taking into, consideration that I realize that people are not always who they present themselves to be early in a relationship. Things change, and, true feelings come out. It's not easy, and not everybody has that ability to just leave a relationship, but just keep yourself safe more than anything.
Hudson, you got a cat ass popping up behind you. Oh my God. The devil has a kitty. I always pictured the
One of
devil as
Satan's
having a cat.
familiars back there.
Satan's. Who is this? Who is this little stranger?
That's Mochi. She's named after the ice cream, the Japanese ice cream. And she's
Oh,
not really supposed to be up there because she had knee surgery, as you can see by her shaved leg. But
oh,
she's about a month out now, so she's doing pretty good.
Mochi is adorable. We love a good kitty. I loved both of those pieces of advice. Andrea, I know you didn't ask for this, but I would suggest cooking him food and putting something in it that's going to give him diarrhea.
Yeah.
Poison him.
Cuisine presumably works.
Yes, poison him because he deserves it. Okay, Claudia Hudson, have you met Trump?
I have not met Trump. I've been very close to Trump, distance-wise, but I have not met him.
And see, this is a perfect, like, the devil was that far from the devil, and he didn't take a shot. So I'm just saying.
I don't carry in Georgia. Georgia, our governor passed a law, said he signed a law that everybody can carry in Georgia.
Us too.
And
openly.
I don't carry when I go do these things because I don't want any accidents. I don't want, first and foremost for them to say, oh, this person carried a weapon near an ex-president, doing a protest. So,
and what's crazy is there's some rallies in the past where he didn't allow it.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, why not?
They're the most afraid of firearms on the right.
People forget he went to a lot of people love to use Hillary as the excuse to this day, which blows my mind. But people forget, like, if you really hate Hillary that much, let me just put this out there. Just look this up, everyone. If you really hate her that much, if that's what's keeping you on the Trump side, let me remind you who donated the most to the Clinton Foundation right before he ran for president. A man named Donald Trump. Who went to their wedding? A man named Donald Trump. Also, for all of you out there who say that they want to just bring morals back, I'll post on the Discord tonight. You can look at the Russian mail order bride fucking website that Melania was posted on that he bought her off of because they can't get it off the Wayback Machine. It's been up there this whole time.
Yeah.
It's fucking real too. It blows my mind. So enough with that bullshit. Let's just be real. Vote for the not convicted rapist. Okay. Vote for the person who's not been convicted of rape, which he was. He was. So vote for that other person who didn't do the rape.
Yeah.
Yeah, legitimate. And it's not like like he's been convicted in a court of law. Did he get punished for it? No, he's a fucking millionaire. He was on Home Alone 2. He's never going to be punished for it.
Yeah.
But he did it. He got convicted. A jury of his peers who were mostly favoring him at the beginning said, nope, we saw enough.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're wondering, like, what's the worst case scenario with these trials? We're all following Richard Allen. Everybody's upset that we can't see what's going on there. We should have been upset that we couldn't see what was going on with Trump. Like, we should care as much about all the trials that way if we're going to fucking want to be transparent, I think. So I'm just saying, don't vote for the rapist. And also, even the devil agrees with me. And also, Nicolette's 2-year-old nonverbal daughter, Hudson, is looking at you and saying, oh, cute. Have you had any kids that run up and hug you and you're like, oh shit, really?
Actually, so interestingly, I went last week and I went to a place called Stronghold Baptist Church, and they are on the Southern Poverty. Yeah, they are on the Southern Poverty Law Center's hate group list. They are a small church, a congregation of 50 something members. And I went there on video, talked to their pastor, who, by the way, raises the hairs on the back of my neck even. And
who's the one that was like getting in his jet?
No, he doesn't look as
like that
scary
guy.
as Kenneth Copeland. He doesn't look as scary.
Ugh.
Kenneth Copeland looks like this mask to me.
He scares the shit out of me, dude.
Like yeah. But this guy just he's got that air. You know, some of these folks are just unserious people, but this guy is truly, I think he's a truly bad guy.
What's his name?
David, it's David Berzens is his last name. I call him.
Yeah. We have one here named Pastor Jim Hagee. He's that guy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I went, we got there, and they have a church in a like a storefront. They're in a strip mall. And
of course,
it's a whole glass, front. And we were seeing kids go in and out. Like I wanted to be outside, as they were coming in. And there were a lot of people already in. I saw a lot of children. I was like, I don't want to scare any children,
Yeah.
And once they were inside, I went up, to talk to some guys came out front, and then the pastor came out. But all the kids were inside, and people had their phones, and they were videoing me. Just had a camera person like back behind me, but they were all smiling, giggling, and very excited. So that kept the conversation going for me, because I was like, okay, they seem fine, because if they seemed afraid, I definitely would have just left right then. But yeah, I've had kids run up.
Any of them that are like, Satan, yes, and they're just like, they're so that you can't pull them away?
Yeah, they haven't said that. They haven't like thrown their arms around me, but they've been excited just to see, costume and stuff. But it's mostly adults that, are really excited to run up.
Who's been your favorite? Is there somebody that you met on the other side? I have a very specific question, because I've been in this position before and it tripped me out. Has there been anybody that you've met who you totally hate everything they're about? You hate their values. You hate everything they say and do. You're like, this person is a piece of shit, but they love you and they're nice to you. And you're like, ugh, and then they end up kind of winning you. Like that, you don't agree with them still, but they're just like, it's so not what you expected. Like they love you and they're up your ass.
If they're that bad, usually they don't win any part of me over that much, but yeah. I can talk to anybody about anything, and definitely can have a laugh with anybody about anything. And so that's where it usually, comes in. I liked Big Hat Guy, but I don't think he's really bad. Yeah. I don't think he's really,
he's just kind of dumb.
He's kind of a victim of the world.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel about some of them.
Yeah, but there he was, but I liked him. And but they're different ones that, that I've just met so many, I can't even like narrow it down. It's just all these interactions just kind of all blend together.
I feel like I told you this before, but like when there was the mass shooting in my hometown, there was a moment when my dad was kind of pissed off. They put him on Fox News, like within a few hours of it, to talk about it. And he's still like literally shell shocked. And like, I just remember he was pissed because they made him change his shirt. And he was wearing a shirt with the Confederate flag on it. And Fox News said, no, it's not good for our branding, and made him change shirts. And what pissed him off, first of all, he's the guy who's like, the flag isn't racist. And then he's got his friend who's black going, it's not racist. And he's like, see, tell him. And I'm like, well, God damn it. Like I can't with you two. Like, and he's over here laughing, provoking my dad. They're fucking with me. And I'm like getting pissed off. And it's at the point where my dad was pissed off that they pretend that they're all, it's your right to do this. You have the right. But then they're like, could you change shirts? Like they don't want the smoke. You know what I mean? And then they're having him on to give a political opinion. And shockingly, I say shockingly, that's mean, but he gave I'm super liberal compared to him. I was proud of him because what he said that day was just practical and right. And it was what needed to be said, but it wasn't political. He just gave a perfect answer that made me proud of him. You know what I mean? But I could tell he was a little irritated with Fox. Yeah. And that day I celebrated, but then he got into OWN and I was like, God damn it. But either way, he we had a Washington Post reporter in our living room. I'm like, who's this fucking guy? Who later on became a really good friend of mine who I still talk to all the time. But like, my dad's like, this is the only fucking guy from the media I trust. And I said, who do you write for? And he said, the Washington Post. And I was like, what the fuck? And he goes, yep, he's the only good one of them. And he's like, even though your paper shit, fucking liberals, and they're laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then we go outside and we sit at a picnic table. And there's this lovely blonde lady there. And she was very sweet. And she smelled amazing. I was like, you smell really good. She's like, thank you. It's Armani. And I'm like, fuck, it smells good. I remember that old Armani. And she goes, what is that you're drinking? And I said, a Clearly Canadian. And she got the look on her face that I got when I first realized it was back. She was like, it's back. And like, she looked like she's going to cry. I brought a few. Do you want one? And I give her one. And we drank a Clearly Canadian together. And she's like, I haven't had this in 20 years.
Yeah.
And we have this wonderful discussion. And we talk about there's 1,000 media people in this town that's never seen over 200 people. And they're all on the lawn. Dad's having an anxiety attack. My dead friends are in the fucking street in a mobile morgue. Fucking Maddow's over there. Fox News over there. My boyfriend, my whole family's there trying to cover up the church because photographers are like sneaking through the window. Like, people are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here talking to this woman about it. She was so sweet and I bonded with her. And then when my dad and Peter, the Wall Street or the fucking, what's it called? Fucking Washington Post, when that guy comes and sits at, we're all sitting there and it's me. Basically, it's American Dad, far conservative, liberal hippie daughter, blonde lady, WAPO. And I finally am like, so what do you do? And she says, oh, I'm doing PR I work for the NRA. She was Dana Loesch's replacement. She was the lead PR lady for the NRA. She was there to do cleanup.
Yeah.
She is the enemy.
Yeah.
She is who I hate the most.
Yeah.
And I'm sharing a Clearly Canadian with her, and she's reminding me of my favorite aunt, and I'm pissed at it.
Yeah.
And in that moment, the four of us, in a moment where it could have all exploded, we went on to have like a really good 2 to 3 hour talk. My dad, me, them, they like moderated like it was a debate.
Yeah.
And I was Biden and he was Trump. And I'm like, put the popcorn. And he's like, I'll fucking say all the things. And it's like, whoa. But it ended up being productive. We talked about HIPAA and we kind of came to an impasse that humans are fucked up. There's no way to fix it. And it was just sad. And it was like, but at the same time, when we were done, no one yelled and no one threw a chair. And I was like, this is what it feels like when worlds collide, A, and B, when you finish a conversation.
Yeah.
And it's productive because I could tell at that moment he understood now that it's not just mental illness.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I understood that it also can be a little mental illness.
Yeah.
And we all kind of like had this understanding that like it's deeper than we thought.
Yeah.
And I just think about that all the time, how that lady, like, she was so nice. And I don't hate her.
Yeah.
But everything she believes in is the opposite of me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was forced into that. You're going into that voluntarily.
Yeah.
Are you worried that they'll win you over?
No.
Do you ever worry that you're such a stupid fucking question? Got to close the bit though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So can we watch? Let me see. Are there any other what questions do we have? Okay, I have a for real dilemma. My mom has advanced dementia. Is it unethical to vote for her as long as I tell her who she's voting for? She says she wants the person whose name she recognizes. Now, Turd is probably fucking with us, but I do like this question. I love these.
Well, if she wants the person whose name she recognizes, then it sounds like she knows who she wants to vote for.
Who does she recognize, Turd?
Yeah, who's God?
What does Satan think about the silence of the W?
I don't know what the silence of the W is.
Yeah, we don't know what that is. Is your life insurance paid up?
Is mine? I mean, I have life insurance, if that's what you're asking.
Who put Hudson? Or did we get you you didn't get a prison wife?
I did
Who's
not.
Who's going to collect your life insurance?
Well, it won't be a prison life.
We should give them some of the old Texas water. Should I mail you some water to hand out at the rallies?
Yes.
Is it illegal to poison them?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to check. X-Lax brownies too? Is that illegal?
Look where I went today to eat as Satan.
Fucking Chick-fil-A, dude. Dressed as the devil. Did they serve you?
I pulled out some vodka and made an Arnold Palmer because Trump said that Arnold Palmer has a big cock or had a big cock. Rest in peace, Arnold Palmer.
Did he suck his dick? How does he know?
He sounded like he wanted to.
Well, he is into golf. Didn't Arnold Palmer golf? Do you remember the Trump balloon?
Yes. You're talking about the big chicken balloon?
Yeah, there was the chicken, and when I was in Vegas, they did something like that, but it was a statue. Yeah. They put up a big naked Trump statue right outside of Vegas, and it was on the news.
Yes. Yeah.
You're kind of like the naked Trump statue, but you're the devil. You're like you're the guy. You're the attraction. People are like, I want to go to the rally.
The shaman guy on the right side on the January 6th side. I'm like his nemesis.
You're our shaman, dude.
I'm your shaman. Yeah.
Hey, I did. What was he called?
I don't remember.
Oh, he has a thing.
There's a guy on TikTok who parodies him though, and it's really funny.
What was the shaman called? Oh, the QAnon shaman.
QAnon shaman, yeah.
Dude, you're Essanon. We got to get Stussy S's that say Satan.
It's more like
Asinine. Asinine. My kid better have mailed his absentee.
Southern accent came out. Somebody said something about it in the comments. I said, I'm a country devil. I don't know what to say.
We are going to make that a t-shirt. We'll donate it to whatever fucking group Hudson wants us to. Even the devil agrees with me. Hey, Hudson, I did get a couple of emails and just general questions via text from some of your fans wanting to know what exactly do you plan to do when this is over? Like, are you going to continue rallying 4 years like you're running for president? Do you plan on just being the devil forever? Are you planning on switching up? Because I think, and a couple of people agree with me, that you're the Aunt Deb of politics. Just like Aunt Deb is she injects the funny into this sad trial. Yeah. You inject funny into the sad state of affairs. So are you going to continue?
I think I don't know. I mean, people are like, I don't want it to stop, and well, it's going to stop because hopefully we're going to beat this dude, and that'll be it. As to what happens after, they're already contesting the election, before it's even happened. So that's going to go on for a bit. Mm-hmm. Probably do some stuff around that, and then we have the offices that are off cycle from the presidential election. Marjorie Taylor Greene is the one on my list.
Warn us. Trigger warning, for fuck's sake.
Sorry about that.
And I had to picture her in my head.
For me uttering her name.
Pictured her in my head, and it made me really upset.
She's one I would go after, and
she's the Jen McCabe.
She's the Jen McCabe, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of the top fundraisers in the House, too. So she's got to be stopped. So
can we just burn down the CrossFits in Georgia? Won't that get rid of her? I feel like that's her Pokemon gym.
I think she's in them anymore. I think she did her thing, and she's in Washington all the time. She's damn sure not in her district representing her people.
Baby Fishmouth wants to know, have you found any prison wives in the past few weeks? You have been among a lot of prisoners.
I'm thinking that I'm probably going to move up the ranks of their eligible, bachelor.
You trying to get a CO wife?
Maybe.
Oh shit, a corrections officer wife.
Well, no. I want a prison wife. I don't want a prisoner wife.
Oh, you want a prison wife?
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually had some ideas. Wendy Adelson lives by me, which, by the way, big news, everybody. I saw a young lady the other day. Well, it was probably about a month ago. That was a long time ago. And I thought, wow, that looks like the girl from the movie where the bees kill her. What is that? Macaulay Culkin and the bees. My Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, that girl looks like the chick from My Girl. And she used to be in like Veep, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that looks just like her. And I was like, hold on a second. Is that her? And I'm walking my dog by this house way far away. And it's a new house. It just got built. And I'm like, I'm going to get closer. And I get closer because I'm like, if that's her, I want to tell her my girl was so fucked. They should have killed the dude, Macaulay. So I'm like pissed off. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, where have I seen this broad before? Like, she looks fucking, and I thought maybe like something in politics. And I was like, no, your head's going back to Veep. And then it hit me, and I believe I voice messaged Aunt Deb. I texted Melanie. I think it was Wendy Adelson.
Yeah.
And then I found out she moved here, like to Austin. I think Wendy Adelson. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I just don't know anything about her, like where she is or anything like that.
Me neither, but she's pretty hot, and I think she's going to prison. Like, I think she could be the one, Hudson.
I'm so.
Her mom, if her mom's in jail or in prison for killing her ex-husband, she can't try to kill you. This could be, and I actually have direct access to her now, I think. And my dog pooped on her yard.
A good word from. Oh, well, there you go.
I could go up and be like, I just wanted to apologize to you about the turds. By the way, what do you think is the devil? You want to fuck the devil, Wendy? Because you look like the type of bitch that wants to fuck the devil.
A lot of women on TikTok do like the devil.
They do. A lot of bitches are really weird. Have you thought about that? About how many hoes are about to throw their pussies at you because you dress like the devil?
They like the devil. They do.
You're gonna get a lot of Carol Ann Boones, dude. You're gonna get a lot of weird bitches. Yeah. You remember her? She banged Ted Bundy after he got arrested or put in prison and electric chaired. She's like he wasn't dead and she tried to bang him, but like she proposed to him on the stand, and then they got married, and then they fucked. He gave the guards like $40. They fucked. She made a daughter. I used to accuse my mom. I was like, Mom, are you Carol Ann Boone? Because I thought Ted Bundy looked like the picture of my dad. I was like, I think he's my dad. Turns out, a couple years off.
Ted Bundy was your dad?
Mm-hmm. I used to accuse my mom of that shit. I was like, you fucked Ted Bundy? And my mom's like, stop asking me that. It's making me uncomfortable.
Stop asking me.
Yeah, and I was like, this picture of my dad looks, the only one I have, looks just like fucking Ted Bundy. The years line up. Why won't you let me read all these books on Ted Bundy? She's like, because you're 10.
I went out
to unreasonable.
Rally today, and you saw. Did you see the email I sent you with the pictures and the videos?
No, I was saving them. I was gonna pull them up now, but I want to ask you.
Not a funny thing at all. It didn't turn out. I never know till I get there what it's gonna be like. But got home, and it was kind of like I didn't enjoy myself. Let's just say that I got home and I get on my phone and somebody that I don't know has sent me pictures of myself when I was out and about. Like before I got to the rally, I was stopping for gas. And I get on Instagram, somebody sends me photos of myself. I thought that was a bit strange.
Are these the photos they sent you?
No, those are photos the photographer took today.
So the photos that they sent you, were they photos that have you ran them through Google Images yet?
No, she just took them of me while I was getting gas, and then decided to send them to me on Instagram. Actually, she put them on her Instagram story.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Because some people will take pictures and go, oh, I spotted QAnon shaman out, and then post it on Twitter, and then someone else picks it up and uses it to threaten you.
No, it wasn't a threat. It was like a friendly thing, but I was like, "Ooh, it's a little
weird." Yeah. No, there's a couple of kids who got left at the Grand Canyon for being a little weird. I'm like, okay, all right, that's enough now. All right,
it was
leave me alone.
Quickly, scan the profile, like, oh God, who is this? And it was a friendly thing, like an admiration thing, but I was like, oh wow. And then it would luckily it wasn't like more information in the photo than I would have liked to be out there, but
yeah. Nope. I know that too well. I've gotten a few like, hey, you're going to be here this day. And I'm like, okay, all right then. Okay. You don't have to go to that open mic, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And also I did tell you to cease contact. No, there's some weirdos.
It made me think, like, what must celebrities feel like? Like, because I'm nothing, and then to get something like that, this, just right away, I was like, wow.
Well, people, I mean, this probably isn't the best thing to use, but because people hate Joe Rogan. naturally he's gonna have haters. He has a lot of them.
Yeah.
I used to like him. He fucking, I mean, there's times that I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, dude, now?
Yeah.
But like, I have to work in proximity to him, and he's a charming guy. He's very nice when you meet him.
There's times when he's likable to me. I hate
very
in
likable.
general, if I had to pick a side, I don't like him, but there's
Yeah.
times when like I do like him. Like
It all just has to do with things that aren't really based around his personality. Like it's things that like I don't like a lot of things he believes in, but he's a nice dude. He's very funny.
Yeah.
But one of the funniest things I've ever heard him say is when I was walking into the club once, and my boyfriend does sound and shit, and he had told me about this bit before, but I was walking in to drop something off and leave, and it was one of the last times he was doing the Creek in the Cave before he moved to his club. His club opened, and he's talking about how essentially like it's a really weird feeling, and he was saying, I'm not complaining, and I actually really love this bit. It made me die laughing. Like he was like, I'm not complaining about being a celebrity. He's like, I'm just saying it's really weird when you wake up in the morning, you go get your cereal, you're eating your oats, get your coffee, you go, I wonder what's happening on the news, and you turn on the TV. And it's like Prince Harry used to be a Nazi. He's a piece of shit motherfucker. Him and his wife are exploiting the US and they're rejecting the crown. And by the way, here's what Joe Rogan said about it. And then they're like, therefore he's a Nazi. And Joe's like, what the fuck? And like, he's like, I don't even know Prince Harry.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is about, but I'm getting blamed for this. And he's like, when you're at the level where like you're getting blamed because of something a prince did, it's like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, I'm a comedian.
Right.
And I'm stoned.
Right.
Why are they listening to me? And I just love that. I'm like, that is a really good point. He's like, I don't want them to listen to me and attribute.
It's so funny. Like I live for the absurdity of things like that too. Like I think that's so funny.
And have you gotten to a weird point where like you're goofing with someone and y'all are just vibing and it's like, we could start a comedy group here? Like, was there anybody there? Because I thought that guy with the hat, you need to take him on tour.
People have been telling me like, oh, people have told me for years, like you should do stand up. And I can't imagine doing stand up. It's more
Satan?
For me, it's very like situational, like things like, I've had the people that, video me are like, okay, so what's the plan? What are we? I was like, there is no plan. there's no plan. I don't know till things start happening.
You're an improv guy. You're doing improv, but also Bill Hicks and Sam Kinison. So Bill Hicks talked as if he were Satan in one bit.
Yeah.
And when I was watching you out there, I was like, this is so like Bill Hicks would love this. But then Sam Kinison came from a family of preacher men.
Yeah.
He's a preacher man. He was a preacher before. And actually this guy Trey who does comedy here, Trey Pack. Yeah, Trey Pack was a preacher. He was a youth preacher, and he became one of the biggest comedians in town. And we actually roasted each other. I'll put a video up later of that. We roasted the shit out of each other, and they called us Dan and Roseanne.
Yeah,
it was incredible. It was incredible. I love Trey, but he has this preacher spirit. Shit, my boyfriend, when he gets in preacher mode, it's like he could lead a cult. It's scary. You get very Sam Kinison-y. It doesn't matter. You get this, the essence of preacher Sam, like Southern preacher man, comes out when you're doing Satan.
Yeah. Because that's what, I grew up in the Southern Baptist church in the, Southern Baptist convention. So that's what you would hear is that type of, I had that accent anyway. And then I know how to like kind of turn it up a bit. And
hold up. Did you go to YEC?
What's that?
The youth evangelism, the Southern Baptist conventions, like the Billy Graham, but also the ones where they had the bands like Audio Adrenaline and all that shit.
No, I never went to those. I went to a couple of snake churches when I was little, and
me too, Protestant,
North Carolina, when that was still, I'm probably aging myself there, but
no, me too, dude. They have San Patricio Rattlesnake Festival here, and all the Protestants go down and they snake handle. And my friend Melissa made me go to one, and her dad got bit. It was horrible. This was pre-YouTube. It was hilarious. He totally deserved it. They just stomp around in the snakes and want to get bit.
I remember sitting there and thinking, when they got him out and thinking, oh my God, be still, because they were this is in West Carolina. They're dancing, they're clogging, they're totally dancing around. I'm like,
they're dancing like the memes and shit. When I was there, they were like doing the Kool-Aid Man. Everybody's like, it was like watching a hardcore music fucking mosh pit. But they all have a ton of, and they're dancing on snakes, and they're active rattles. They don't remove the fucking venom.
Right.
And they're all just hopped up on Mountain Dew or beer. Like they're all fucked up.
Mountain Dew.
Dude, Dew Mouth, dude. Have you seen
Holy
Dew
Ghost.
Mouth?
Huh?
The Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost in the Trinity, y'all. Did you see the Dew Mouth? Because you're in Georgia, so I guess they're more Tennessee, Kentucky. But when I was in Kentucky on the way there, though, I saw a bunch of these boards that were like, what are they called? Billboards? That would say like, Jesus is watching, no louder profane music was my favorite. My other favorite was don't get the Dew Mouth, y'all. And it's a kid smiling and it's all silver teeth and a bottle of Mountain Dew with the X through it. And I asked my ex, because that's where we were going to see his family. I was like, why is there a Dew Mouth thing? Like, what is that? He said in Kentucky, in northern Kentucky, all the kids, and he said Appalachia. So that's why I was asking. West Virginia way, all there. He said, and Southern Ohio, he said they all have Dew Mouth because the kids drink Mountain Dew too young.
Yeah.
And too much milk, too much sugar, it rots out their teeth.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to a point where when Honey Boo Boo was big, they were just chugging Dew. Chugging Dew, and then kids' teeth are rotting out of their fucking skull, and it became a pandemic of Dew
bottles and sippy cups and just giving it to them. And what do you? It's like giving a kid cocaine. Like, what do you do with a baby or a toddler on Mountain Dew?
I think it's healthier to give them cocaine, honestly.
Probably.
Like, the cocaine's weak. If anything, give them a little fentanyl. Don't give them the fucking Dew. The Dew will kill. You remember just a little Fenty even is better than some Dew. They put, and I'm kidding y'all, but they put rats in Mountain Dew. Have you heard of this?
No.
They took some rats and put, I don't know who they are. This could all be bullshit.
Yeah. let's
absolutely. This is some shit that I was told that mouse or rats were put in a thing of Mountain Dew, walked away 3 days later, they come back, no mouse or rats.
I believe that.
It dissolves rat
First,
bone.
I thought you were saying that they use rats to make Mountain Dew.
Dude, I wouldn't.
So they put it in. I wasn't going to be surprised by that.
Yeah, no, Fievel does do. No. It melts the rat bone, dude. And I don't know if it's true. I'm never going to fucking try to melt rat bone. But
the teeth, so makes sense.
Dude, I got to tell you, Laura, first of all, Laura, thank you for the Hugin shirt. I will be using it in my apology video. So I didn't bring it today. Laura and Andrew sent me a collared white shirt that's got little silver Hugins all over it. By the way, that's her dog Ladybug, who ate a bunch of ibuprofen, had to get her stomach pumped, like that Alanis Morissette song, and now she's better.
She's a pill seeker.
She's beautiful. She's got a pill problem, but she's a good girl. She's a good girl with a pill problem. She's just like any other Trump-loving Republican. Listen, she Laura's been doing poll working in where? Arizona?
What kind of polls?
What kind of polls, Laura?
Satan likes both kinds.
Satan likes all the polls. No, she's been she's been working the polls all day. Like a single mom, she's been at the ballots 13 hours.
Strippers as poll workers. That would increase the turnout.
Can they do that?
The polls to the polls.
I know. So when I was in Vegas, there were bitches walking up and down Fremont in bikinis with their fucking bushes and rolls out, just like whores for Trump. And I was like, Aunt Deb would love that.
I went into Hooters. I canvassed in Hooters yesterday.
Did they vote?
Hooters. I talked to them about it. What's funny is I had like Trumpers coming up wanting to take pictures with me. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And the Hooters girls, did you tell them their Hooteress is on the line? Did you tell them?
I wish I had. I didn't think of that.
Tell them your Hooteress is on the line. Those hoes were walking with Trumps for hoes, Trumps for whores, Trump sluts, like all the signs. Hooters out, and I was like, "This is crazy as fuck."
Hooters out for Trump.
I'm like, "Where are the Dems? Where are the polls for? Where are the Kamala polls?"
Right.
Yeah, like I want to see more stripper polls at the polls.
I do too.
See you at the poll. I mean, the
See you at
branding
the poll.
alone.
Yeah.
See you at the poll, bitch, and it's just a chick swinging.
We're on to it now. This may be my new thing. How I stay going.
Dude, what if you can, you could hire strippers to strip behind you as Satan. Get behind me, Satan. You know what I mean? Yeah, puppies instead of snakes. We've got a lot of good ideas.
Yeah,
What
you
question?
say okay, maybe today, Satan, instead of not today.
Not today, Satan. Look, Tish, she's correcting us. I'm not working the polls. I'm in the election center processing ballots.
Nice.
Dude.
What state are you in? Where's she at?
I think she's in Arizona.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is that Kristen Cinema or did she leave?
She got the kibosh, I think.
She got the kibosh. Is it because was she too Penelope Garcia for them? I know they hated her dresses.
She was crazy.
They were like, "What are you wearing, bitch?" I was like, dude, what is Marjorie Taylor Greene? What is Matt
Margarine
Gaetz?
Trailer Green. That's what I call her.
Marjorie Trailer Green, dude.
Margarine Trailer Green.
Margarine Trailer, dude. Yeah. I was trying to think the other day, and I was gonna ask you this question, but I was like, we'll save it for the end, make it a bit, but genuine question. What's one thing that I'm gonna give you a candidate's name, or not a candidate, just a political figure. I'm gonna give you the name of someone, and I want you to tell me what they would have to do to be endearing to you. Now, I'm gonna give you an example. I've been thinking hard on Marjorie Taylor Greene because I kind of hate her the most.
Yeah, like, I think I do too.
Yeah, what would endear her to me? And all I could think of was this one thing that's real stupid. And when you just said that now, it occurred to me, I got one thing. If she talked like Butters from South Park. You know what I mean? Like, if you
that would endear her to you?
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think this cute out they could be real. Like, I think if she talked like Butters, it would be kind of funny. It'd be like, okay, she's just dumb, but she talks very like aggressive and it's scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if she was just like, I don't know, guys, I'm a little scared about stuff. Like, I'd be like, okay, she's just dumb as hell. You know what I mean? Like, she's pushing too much agenda. I don't think people would take her seriously if she talked like Butters.
Yeah.
Is there anything that she could do?
No.
What if she? Okay.
I hate her so much.
I really hate her too.
I'm already on their radar too. They know who I am because I make stuff about her too.
What if she did the tortilla slap challenge and got the shit knocked out of her?
That would endear me to her. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like the Russian slap fighters?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was
What if she took a hit from one of those dudes?
And does she not come back up? Because then that would
No, she's just full blown fucking Butters.
Yeah.
She comes up and she talks like Butters.
After the slap, she talks like Butters. She's still not endearing to me.
Okay. So there's nothing.
What if she's flattened and she doesn't come back?
What if she pops in one day and she's like, surprise, I have a shunt, and then Lisa Loeb is playing behind her? Can't get more feminine than that. What if she's trans? What if she comes out and she's like, I'm a dude now?
That might endear me to her. As much as she's attacked trans people, maybe that would endear me to her.
Are you okay that Caitlyn Jenner hit people and killed them in her car?
No.
This is a common thing that people ask. They're like, are you allowed to dead name her for hitting and killing someone?
The way she aligns herself politically, I guess she's fair game.
That's a tough question, right?
Like,
can you dead name Caitlyn Jenner because of her politics and because she killed people? Are we allowed to yet? Okay, let's see. If Oblivious asked me,
up to each individual.
Okay, this is it's a toughie. That's a Curb Your Enthusiasm question. It really makes you think. Hawk Tui.
We do have a great poll clubs in Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Hawk Tui girl? Have you met her?
Hawk Tui. I have not met Hawk Tui.
Would you spit on her? Would you Hawk Tui on her?
No. Would I spit on her?
You would?
No,
I wouldn't. Would you spit in her fucking mouth? Would you?
No, not non-consensually. No,
not non-consensually. But if she said Hawk Tui in my mouth, would you do it as Satan?
I might.
You hear that? You hear that, Hawk Tui girl? You hear that?
As Satan, I might.
The devil Carrie Lake wants her spot. Is Carrie Lake bad? Okay, you guys heard it here. Don't vote for Carrie Lake.
Don't.
She's the devil now. Okay, Carrie Lake.
Show of hands, who has voted in here?
Who's voted in here? Give us a 1 if you voted.
Yeah, 1's in the chat if you've voted already.
Democrats and look,
tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow's the day. And look, Democrats and Republicans love the Satan character. Homeboy has struck gold. That's the motherfucking ticket. That's from your auntie.
Thank you. That's a big compliment. Thank you.
This is your nephew, the devil.
I'm proud of these 1s in here. Satan approves.
Got a lot of 1s. Let's go to that. What about America's sweetheart, George Santos? What could he do to endear himself? Could he really be Jewish? Would that be a way?
Maybe.
Remember, wasn't he the one who said, I'm Jewish? And then he's like, psych. And then everyone's like, boo. Like, what if it turns out?
He lies when there's no reason to lie, just because.
You know what my favorite thing about him was they were like, why'd you do that? He's like, it was fun.
Yeah.
He's like, okay.
Probably one of the more honest people in politics, to be honest.
Yeah, he's like, I was just trying to liven shit up. What did he say? His exact words were like, nobody wants a boring backstory.
Yeah.
So he just tossed some Jews in there and was like, they got killed. No big deal. Jesus. We got a lot of 1s. Everybody's voting.
I'm so proud of these people. These are patriots all the way. We got to reclaim that.
Okay, so look, Laura says, Satan has been written in a lot of ballots. Will you accept?
Satan has been written in a lot. Well, except if I won.
She's doing the ballots. She said a lot of people are writing in Satan.
I bet Satan has had a lot written in. What if I won?
Yeah.
There would be a lot of arguments about who Satan actually is.
Who is the real Satan?
Well, I am, but this election's going to be contested all the way around.
I'm trying to have a Hollywood, what's that, behind the actor studio moment with you. Who is the devil? Who hurt you? Was it Jesus? George Santos is adorable because he's a liar. That's why we like him. Because he's like, yeah, I was just trying to have fun.
He's deranged. He's just like,
he's deranged out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
What about Matt Gaetz? Have you found the chip inside of him that turns him off?
I sent you a video. There's a clip of him in that email today.
Can I play these?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pull some
There's
up.
nothing funny in these, though. Just a heads up.
Oh, we're going to laugh anyway.
But and some of it wasn't gotten on camera. Some of it can't be put online, like, honestly, because there's some ugly talk.
Okay.
It would, get you in trouble.
Do people say the N-word or something?
No. Nobody said the N-word.
Okay.
But the funny thing, one of the interesting things, although he's not in the picture, the guy that was on the street I don't know if you saw the video I put up of the guy that was street preaching, talking about, he believes that children go to school and get gender reassignment surgery and then go home. And when schools can't afford Kleenex, of course they're affording surgeons and anesthesiologists. And then, but he was there
after
today.
they get all the kids, they're going to go turn the prisoners gay. And then what?
Right. He was there today, but in a completely different role. And was yelling at me to, all kinds of obscenities at me out there with the goons and the guards and stuff, which I thought was interesting. He knew who I was, and I was like, oh, because he had a totally different tune today.
Mm-hmm. He knew he was like, the devil's here. Mad respect.
Yeah. Well, just completely different than he acted at the rally the other day. I'm like, are you being paid?
It is weird how some of them, yeah, dude, so we could get into that, but I did some OSINT. I thought I sent it to you a long time ago, but if I didn't, I will pull that file up. I was going through trying to collect. You might have even asked me to do this. I don't remember, but I was collecting for some reason. I'm at home at night. I'm a little high, and I'm like, let me go through and find all the ads where people are hiring people to go to rallies.
I got to do some brand placement here.
Yeah, do some brand placement. Yep. Aunt Deb approves. The gays love Chick-fil-A, you guys. Heads up.
And then I went to Chick-fil-A today, to Bigot Bird.
They love Chick-fil-A. They hate marriage, turns out.
Yeah. I asked them if they had any just plain chickens with the feathers and the blood, but they said no.
Yeah. They're eating the chickens. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull this up. Let me pull up this screen. I don't know what this is because it was just like numbers or something. Hold on. Let me do entire screen.
Yeah. I didn't name anything. I just like,
it's taking a moment. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to turn the.
But I wanted to show people.
Wait, was that Gates?
Yeah, the one that's being
interviewed. Did he just walk past you?
No, not right there. That's after they kicked me out. But I walked up back at the parking deck, and then I'm holding my sign up there because they started videoing me from where they were. So I just blocked them with the Satan for Trump sign and held it up there.
Let's watch this. Let's see what you're doing. You blocked them. Who walked by? That looked like Matt Gates from behind.
Probably just somebody. A lot of them look the same.
Yeah.
Just
oh no, yeah. That guy was too mad many. Hold on, let me pull this down. I want to find. Let me get through.
But I was the only protester there. Nobody was there. So.
Oh wow.
Me and
Let's see what this one is. Oh, I should just keep it up. Here, let me put this up. Let's share the entire screen. Okay, that's still, I think, in the. Nope, that's the same video. Why is it doing that? Hold on. God damn it. Did you put the Matt Gates one on your page?
No, I haven't put those up yet.
Let's see.
I sent them all to you, but maybe something happened.
Okay, let me see which one is.
Gmail.
No, you did send them to me, but they're all it's like B92C113. Like it doesn't have the so I'm trying to figure out 940 is probably the biggest one is here.
I think it might be the first one that's in there, if you can tell which one is the first
2.1 megabytes. I think that okay, let's try this. I think you're right. Yeah, that's gonna be a bigger one. Yes, this is it. Oh, look at our boy, looking like Beavis.
He so does.
He so looks like Beavis.
He does.
This dude.
What a creep too. He's
what a weirdo.
Yeah.
What a fucking fruitcake. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, it's him. What's the news? What is that?
It cracks me up.
Yo.
Check his eyebrows. The RNC, that was amazing.
Yeah, what a psycho, dude. Look at him. Okay, so wait.
Looks like
is he being filmed right here? It looks like the guy's just. It's kind of weird. I like it when you can see them turn on. You know what I mean?
Kind of to the side of him there.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna play it all the way through.
Network that was.
Let me see. Let's watch it all the way through. Wow, you were that close to Matt Gates. Gross.
Yeah, I tried to get closer, but they had already.
Yeah, scream at him next time. Are you a pedophile? Just scream that at him.
No, I so wanted. Yeah, definitely.
No, fuck that. Scream at him. You are a pedophile. Just in case, because I don't think he realizes yet. I think he thinks it's okay.
I think you're right.
It's wild that he was Venmoing with teen girls, and he's, dude. What's up with fucking Nestor, dude?
The kitty he adopted, or
his girlfriend's little brother. He adopted his ex-girlfriend's little brother, who's almost his age. Fucking Nestor. I mean,
I have no words.
This dude, he's a fucking creep, dude.
He gives me some really bad vibes. Like, I think there's a lot more bad stuff to him,
dude. He had. If you've ever watched, did you ever watch, what was it called? Fuck. It wasn't called Fuck. It was a show where they it was on Showtime. The Circus. Did you ever watch The Circus?
It's called The Circus?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
So on Showtime, and this is y'all's homework, there was a show called The Circus. All access to every election day from Trump and from the other side.
Yeah. I did watch that. Yeah, I did watch that.
All the way through the January 6th riots and beyond. And they like all access to everything.
Yeah, it was super good. I didn't remember that
Holy
title of it. That's
fuck.
really good.
It is so fucking good.
Yeah.
There are scenes with Matt Gaetz in there that make me, I had to turn it off.
Yeah.
I was like, I am so fucking uncomfortable with this guy.
Yeah. He can make you uncomfortable from a distance. I mean, from on the TV, you know, or from that distance today. Like,
how uncomfortable was the devil being around Matt Gaetz? Like, is that the longest you stayed there?
No, we went up to the, depending on the venue, sometimes like this one, they just had it all blocked off. Like it's very, you go up to the entrance. Trump has these little goons, I call them, that are just like staffers that kind of roided up guys, and they have these little shirts on that look like they're some kind of official something. They're nothing. They wear these little tight pants. I kid you not.
They're like in wrestling when all the little fucking
roasted the hell out of them at the Georgia Tech rally because you know, they got so mad at me. But has those out there, you know, cops, all kinds of, you know, security and stuff, but they just put me out right away. They know who I am now. There was a couple people there that, you know, that I had just seen on Monday. And so, yeah, these guys run around, and it's an eerie feeling because it's fascism already, you know, like, and he's not in office, if that makes sense. Like the difference, like going, and I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything except just giving you experience. Like I've been to both candidates' rallies, right? As I haven't been as Satan to a Harris rally, but I've been to both rallies. And there's not that kind of presence there, even though she's the sitting vice president and has the Secret Service and all this. You know, if somebody was to show up in a costume, no Secret Service is going to let you in any type of costume, no matter what it is, for security reasons. But you're not going to have these like guys trying to be intimidating and telling you to leave, you know, right away. There's more, you know, protection of your First Amendment rights, your freedom of peaceful protest and things. And keep in mind, I'm showing up with a sign that says Satan for Trump. I don't disparage Trump. You know, which is one of the reasons, you know, that I chose to go about it this way, you know, is to, even though political speech is the most protected, I wanted to still, just as an extra precaution, make sure that I wasn't slandering him in any way. And of course, they don't like the association because this is a symbol to them, you know, even though it's a garish and sort of campy and ridiculous symbol, it's still one that they identify with, you know, evil and all bad things that they don't want to be associated with.
Well, dumbasses can't spot satire. They don't understand satire, so they just don't get it, which is great for you.
Right.
Like if you were in an environment of the learned flock, people would go, hey, stop doing that. Guy dressed as a devil, you fucker.
Well, I had like a little like quick interview yesterday on the street, and it was one of the things that I want to point out to people through this sort of, you know, performance of this is, you know, these folks, I say these folks, but like a lot of the people there are having this really visceral reaction to a guy in a Halloween costume, right? But what I want to point out to people is they're not having that same, and you know, they're denouncing my support. They don't want this support that I'm bringing, right? But they're not having the same reaction to guys dressed in, you know, NAZI,
Proud Boy attire and Nazi attire. No, you could say the words. Nazi.
Wearing, you know, swastika. I promise you today, if I just looked like I normally do and had on a swastika or something, I could walk right in there, no problem.
Yeah.
If, you know, and I would go so far as to say they may even allow someone in the Klan robe, you know.
Did you see the boat rally?
Yeah. And
they had Nazi flags.
Yeah. There, you know, there's a real problem there, you know, with it's like they, you know, they don't denounce the support. I mean, you know, Trump, like years ago, took pictures with David Duke, you know, of the KKK, and they'll take those votes. They'll take the support. The funny thing is all the people that ask me as Satan, you know, are you going to help him win? And, you know, I'm like, you be okay with it if I do help him win, won't you? Like, that's when you know donations. You know,
he took donations from David Duke.
Yeah.
through a super PAC, and so did
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
That's
So,
a problem. And all
but,
these
but
people
a guy in a
saying
Halloween
that,
costume
yeah,
of a, you know, we can, you know, people can disagree about whether Satan's real or not, you know, but I'm in a Halloween costume and that's just a bit too far for them. That's too much.
well, maybe next time you need to dress up as who's the one you can't say in Harry Potter?
Right. Well, you
Which
know,
one is
they're
that?
out there performing blood rituals on me, essentially witchcraft, you know, and that's
It's
okay.
it's kind
If
of
they're not
wild. It's kind of wild. And it's, you know, what bothers me about a lot of it is the fact that, like, yeah, they're getting mad at you in a Halloween costume,
yeah,
but there are people, help me, there are women who are being directly affected by decisions that they make,
right.
and those decisions line their pockets because lobbying is still a very real thing.
Yeah.
And it bothers me when people say, like, well, I respect you, and I respect that, and I understand, but I'm gonna go with this guy who's going to fucking kill you, like, potentially kill you.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are dying because they accidentally get pregnant where I am.
Yeah.
And if they have all the complications that I already have with my body, I am surely going to die. Don't call me Shirley. But it bothers me when people go, by the way, like, you know, by the way, you might be lynched if I vote for this guy, but respectfully, I'm going to vote for him anyway. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's a weird fucking dynamic, but to understand that and then to still go in the belly of the beast to talk to these people to try to change their mind, you're doing the hard work. You're doing the Lord's work, Satan.
Yeah, well, you know, and we've gotten so far away from having face-to-face conversations with each other. Everything's distance now, you know, and like even people that are in close, you know, intimate relationships and you know, friendships, they, you know, nobody wants to talk on the phone, they text. We're so far removed, most of us don't know our neighbors and things. And I had somebody that stitched one of my videos, and they said at the end, I love when people take trolling into real life. And that
people took real life to trolling. Real life was already life.
That's right. And like, you know, I've been trolling long before it was called trolling, and it was in real life, you know.
We used to call people up on the fucking phone and prank call them.
Yeah.
We used to call them. You guys are robo texting and dialing each other. We used to call people and be like, fuck you, and hang up. Your fridge is running.
Yeah. And then, you know, as we get closer to the election, you know, the whole big thing is like, get out the vote, you know, get out and talk to people, knock doors, do that. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, I already knocked a lot of doors as my regular self. Let me go and hold a mirror up to these folks' faces and show them the hypocrisy, you know, surrounding their political views, their social views. I'm not going to debate people's right to exist with anybody.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not going to debate fascism in the United States. You know, we are going to hold on to the democratic republic that we have.
And you know, that's another thing, dude, is I like what you said about the First Amendment thing, how like there's this freedom of speech, but you're in a place where you're really not allowed to speak.
Right.
And they make it so.
Right.
There's a great, you know, I love metaphors, but here in Austin, there's a comedy club that sprang up. I'm not going to say the name. I'm not trying to fucking shoot myself directly in the fucking balls, but there's a comedy club that sprang up in this movement of people that are all about all of that. Yeah. First Amendment.
For
they
some.
Talk about, for some. They talk about how freedom of speech, how, you know, I don't want communism. I hate communism. I don't want socialism. I don't want to pay a bunch of money. Remember when gas prices were low, and then they talk about how great things were under Trump. And in this comedy club, when you go to it, if you want a water, it's going to cost you $8 for a can of water. And when you enter the door, you're not allowed to bring anything in, not even your cell phone.
Yeah.
And also, they do biometrics facial technology to scan a picture of you and alert them if you try to come back in and they've decided you're not welcome, and they can ban you at any time. So they're collecting that in your data, because if you buy a ticket on the website, they do collect all your data. So this place that, and by the way, if you heckle, you get kicked out, which you should at any comedy club, but forever, like banned for life. They are putting you in there like this. And yeah, it's fun when it's crowded for the comic, but for the person, it's not. But also they require you to have a drink minimum per table. So now they're telling you how much money you have to spend. So in order to go to this comedy club that was sprung forth because of our First Amendment rights, you have to give up your facial recognition technology. You have to give them your cell phone. You have to give them everything on you. You get scanned like you're at the fucking airport. And they will make you dump your shit if you want to come inside. The tickets are very expensive. And if you go to eat at a table, you have to spend a certain amount of money. And you have to tell them when you have to go to the bathroom and someone walks you. And that is for comics too. And then after all that, as a comic, when you perform there, you give up all of your, basically like they own that performance. Like if you film it, you can't use that. They filmed it, so you have to pay them to use your own film.
Yeah.
And this is a place where it's like we're all about your First Amendment right. Now, every other comedy club in the city, there's no minimum. You don't get scanned at the door. You don't get anything taken away from you unless you have like an open gun, because you're not allowed to have guns in bars in Texas. But they're not even going to take your knife. They're not going to give you a minimum. They're not going to scan your face, and they're not going to take your data, and they're not going to tell you what to eat.
Yeah.
So if that is having your First Amendment rights stomped upon, and the other is having freedom, I say stomp away, because I did not like personally performing in a place where every time I have to go change my tampon, I got to ask a big dude in a shirt.
Yeah.
That says staff or the cops.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's cops all over it, even though they're like, you know, anti-authority or whatever. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't know when one became the other.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But listen, speaking of uncomfortable, Rabbit said something smart. Rabbit said, I was told my aunt was going to yell. I think it's, if your auntie is here, Auntie, I'd like you to come on now, because I really want to get the devil and Aunt Deb together. I feel like Deb and the devil would be a great TV show.
The devil together. We're the devil.
Together, the devil. I really think that I kind of want to do Deb
Aunt
on devil. Aunt Devil. Aunt Devil, where are you? I want her to come on so that we can get the funniest part of a sad situation talking to the funniest part of a sad situation. Now, she's a whore, so she might be out.
Love a whore.
Essing some D. We know you love a whore. Let's get back to your prison wife. What? Okay, so Wendy Adelson.
I'm open to.
She has Sudoku eyes.
I forgot about Sudoku eyes.
Sudoku eyes.
That was.
We might have a shirt soon for Sudoku eyes. I don't know.
Yes, have that.
Look, Aunt Deb says, give me 10. How about this? Where? Can we play, for those of you who missed it, because there are people in here, Shirley, don't call me Shirley, that have probably missed this. I'd like to play some of you being the fucking devil. I would really specifically like to.
Idolatry. Yeah.
Idolatry. I want to peep this fella. Hudson's prison wife. What's your TikTok? Because I don't have TikTok on here.
I think it's the Georgia Devil.
The Georgia Devil.
People ask me, and I don't even know. I see me.
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me pop. I think it popped up
to me in downtown Atlanta yesterday, and we're from Florida. We're from wherever, and I'm like, really?
There's Georgia Devil, Satan for Trump. Here you are. And also look. Ooh, let me put this up. I'm gonna put up your
shadow banned right now. My stuff's just kind of like after that, but they said they're kind of stick it out. Maybe it'll get better.
It's got
the last videos that they flopped. They were bad.
Look at this. You've got almost 1 million likes and 14.9 thousand followers. Fucking yeah, Hudson, you're doing it. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm creating a banner with your info. Oh, God, your pronouns are hee-haw. God damn it, Hudson. Hudson.
This is embarrassing.
That is so funny.
I haven't sat down and discussed it.
No, that is hilarious. Hold on. I'm putting up your info on a banner because you kids know how I love banners. I love a good banner.
Sweet. He and
Scroll
Hall.
this across the bottom. Add that banner. Pop that banner in there.
Pop that banner.
Pop that banner. All right. Let's see. Did the banner work? The banner did not work. The banner did not work. Let's try it again. There we go.
There it goes.
All right. This is Hudson shit. Let me pull up. Aunt Deb's going to be here in 10 minutes. I really want to see this guy with the hat. I really love this guy with the hat. So this is what it looks like. Yeah. Let's see. Satan for Trump. See, it does this. But I also don't have my TikTok logged in. Okay. So let me see. Where is our boy? Here he is. We love this guy so much.
I've never even looked at this like on a computer screen. Oh, it's always on my phone.
Let me pause it. I want to make it. Can I make it big? Oh, wait. Floating player.
People,
no, we got to.
When some of the Trump people have come into the comments and be like, "Oh, this is staged," I'm like, "Please tell me." I could never dream any of this up.
Dude, staging.
And then the photo, I don't know if you saw when I got my first I don't know, 10 or 15,000 followers, whatever it was. I made that McDonald's photo. And people were like, did you break the McDonald's sign? I was like, no. And then they asked me if I photoshopped it, but I was out doing pictures and stuff. It was actually after I went to Stronghold Church. And then we were in a Cracker Barrel parking lot. And I look up, and then there was McDonald's, and it just said Donald's. I was like, "That's a photo right there."
Fucking perfect. You found yourself in
on the fryer.
Yeah, you found yourself in the perfect situation, especially with this guy. Look, this person, Temperance Moon, come to Texas. I agree. I want to see the devil do this here. They would love you here.
Yeah.
There are way more guns. Someone would definitely take a swing at you here. But
I can stay at their house. I'm like, don't say that. And no, I don't want
Yeah, like the fact that you invited me, now I don't trust you.
That you invited the devil into your home, but
that's so
I'm like, be careful
funny.
about doing that.
Also, I have a buddy who every Halloween used to dress up as the devil in Satan makeup, very much in the style of yours, but it took him forever because he spent a lot of time painting it. And I want to show him yours. Like, dude, you could just the technology you've managed to muster here for your devil makes it like you could just pop the mask on. It's incredible. I think more devils should follow suit. Oh yeah, the question I wanted to ask you earlier before we play this, Church of Satan, what did they tell you? Did you talk to them? Did you get their blessing? What's up?
I talked to Church of Satan. Some people have come in. They, of course, they get it. You know what I mean? I mean, there are people that want to come in and defend, which is totally cool. And sometimes I just like their comments, or I'll say something in agreement. I have talked to people with the Satanic Temple. I went to their Black Mass a week or so ago. They had a Black Mass in response to the Archdiocese here in Atlanta accused them of stealing their Eucharist. And so they made T-shirts with Baphomet on them that says, "We didn't take your crackers."
Did they say it's my Eucharist?
I don't know.
It's not your Eucharist, it's my Eucharist.
Of that. And so they had a Black Mass. And so I went to that and I won a costume contest. But it was interesting because I've always supported their work.
You won a Black Mass costume contest for the Catholic Church or for the Church of Satan?
Satanic Temple, yeah.
Okay. I didn't sure.
It was the best. But when I walked in, we went into the event, and my friend and I, and then they were coming up and going, "I know you," and I was like, "Whoa, what?" And they said, yeah. And they're pulling out their phones and showing me on Reddit and wherever else, Twitter and stuff. I was like, okay,
dude, cool. They were stoked to have the devil there.
But all the people that I know and that I met that night and stuff, they're totally cool with it. And I consulted a couple of friends of mine that are members, and they're like, yeah, totally get it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's great, because I didn't want to offend anybody. And like I said, I've always supported their work, I've given money and everything, and I would join. It never hit me to do it. And one of my friends invited me she's like, "You need to join." Any freedom from religion work, freedom of religion work, I'm totally behind that. It's very important.
So one of my really good friends a long time ago was full blown into Satanism.
Yeah.
And Dylan knows the guy from the Church of Satan, I guess the guy who started it or whatever. Yeah. And one of my buddies, the one who was into it, I was like, "This is so you're such a hippie." And he was just like, "Dude, it's not what you think. It's your own God." And I was like, "What?" And he basically explained to me, he's like, what I believe is that I am my own God.
Yeah.
I was like, he goes, that's real Satanism. And I was like, no. And then I started looking it up and reading it. And I was like, this is some narcissistic shit. I love this. Like, it was fucking brilliant. I was like, this is kind of crazy. Like, I like it, but it is not what I thought. Anyway, he went to jail, but he's a sweet dude. And let's play your shit because I love this guy.
Okay.
For those of you who missed it, this is Hudson.
Good. I've seen you. If you had to vote for Trump or Kamala, who would you vote for?
Well, I have the same values as Trump.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would I vote for Kamala Harris?
I mean, did they run you off? Did they run you off up here?
Yeah.
They ran you off.
Yeah. I said I'm here for Trump. I don't like freedom and democracy. I want fascism.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, we're picking him apart. They ran you off? This is where I have to pause it. Let's go back one more time. No, go.
As soon as I got there, I took pictures in front of the big Trump bus, and there were people, MAGA supporters standing there, and they kept inching away from me. They immediately were like, no, they didn't want that. Those photobombing people. And then we walked up through there's a driveway going up to where the entrance was, and talked, kind of trolled the vendors and stuff, and then got up to, I saw the Turning Point pack tents, and I'm like, aha. And so I turned around right there to have that. And literally I was only there for a few minutes before I was getting rebuked and exercised and everything else.
Rebuked? Who would rebuke you?
Oh, she was like the level boss, MAGA Karen. You see her.
She's the final boss. She was your Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, she was.
And those little guys around you were the Foot Clan.
She cast me out, and like the demon I am. And we went on, and I went out and got on the sidewalk. They wanted me to go to a protest area, designated area that's kind of out of the way. I was like, no, I don't do that. So I got on the sidewalk, started directing them in with my pitchfork. And then when I got done with that, that's when Satan just comes out of the woods, and this man pops out of a camper, and we have a conversation about the price of beef and whatever else.
This man,
it's like he's like the man with the big yellow hat from Curious George.
If you hadn't told me that he popped out of a camper, I would have thought he came out of my own pussy. I love him so much. I want him to be my baby son. I want to grow him up, get him raised up real big so he can go work the family farm. I love this guy. I like his hat. Not a camper, Rabbit says. Rabbit, it's a camper. It is a camper. And you guys, the kids have a rumor going around that Jen McCabe is about to face the devil. And I do not know if that's what's coming. But if it is, everybody needs to calm down because it's going to be a fucking doozy. Because have you met the devil? You've never met that. Yeah. Have you met Satan before?
No, not her.
Satan on Satan's going to be wild. We'll see what happens, right? Right now, let's look at dump trunk bay. By the way, he's got a dump trunk. He's got a big old booty. I don't know if you noticed this Amish that you're talking to, this little omelet right here. He's got a fucking, he's thicker than a Snicker. Yeah, no, he's thicker than a Snicker. He's got a big old dump truck. Let's see if we can get, look, it's probably going to give up on me right now.
If you had to vote for Trump or Kamala, who would you vote for?
Kamala.
Well, I have the same values as Trump.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why would I vote for Kamala Harris?
I mean, did they run you off? Did they run you off up here?
Yeah.
They ran you off.
Yeah. I said I'm here for Trump. I don't like freedom and democracy. I want fascism.
Yeah. Do you mind if I get that on video?
Sure.
Pause it. Do you mind if I get that on video?
He's from Tennessee, where I'm originally from. So we.
I know.
We were fast.
Shouldn't he be in the woods making soap looking for Sebastian? What's he doing out here?
I mean, I just loved him right away because here I am, the devil traipsing through the woods, and he just comes right out of the camper for me. Like, he wasn't afraid. He wanted to talk to the devil.
He's always wanted to talk to the devil his whole life. He's been waiting for this. He heard the devil was going to be there.
He's been
went down to Georgia. Yeah. Oh, dude. If you would have given him 10 more minutes, he would have got a banjo out for you.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is deliverance. I love him to death.
Play fiddles. I was going to hop up on a hickory stump.
Did you think he was Romspringering, or did you know right away he was Tennessee boy?
As soon as he started talking, I knew he was Tennessee.
Okay, yeah. You usually can spot. You can spot him.
Let me do something here.
Let me do something here.
He starts directing me.
Yeah, and also, not only does he take ownership and decide that he's going to make this the best TikTok you're ever gonna film. But I like how he was genuinely concerned that they kicked you out. He's like, well, that ain't freedom.
Yeah, I like that too. It's absolutely
That
true.
ain't democracy.
Yeah.
Not
And
on my watch.
the same for him, you know.
Yeah. Oh, what an angel.
I'm from Tennessee up here.
That's where I'm at.
They're gonna vote 80%, 90%.
The devil just went down to Georgia.
There you go. Look at the hat.
So you with this gal?
Was he pissed off that you had a lady there infiltrating boys' night?
I guess he was just wondering if we were there together, like, or if she was somebody. People were going around taking pictures of, you know, everything.
Yeah,
So,
he's just making sure that you're safe. He's looking out for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
probably
sweet.
too. Yeah.
Look how white his shoes are, dude. Did he
They were-
get those for the rally?
They were gleaming. No, those are not those Never Surrenders. Those are just some. I don't know what brand those were. They're not the Trump Never Surrenders. That's what I call.
So we did. Yeah, the gold ones.
Yeah.
So we did have a couple of people ask. God damn it, Ariel. She's so fucking funny. That's probably Jesus, to be honest.
It probably is.
Yeah, like you
Or
talk about
Anna.
dogma. Or it could be Roseanne. We don't know anymore. Ozempic. You know what I mean? What do you think about? Oh, the kids want to know, were you wearing Little Nas X Satan shoes? And if not, is there a GoFundMe to get you some?
I can get some.
You
If
can
y'all
get some
want to
Lil
go,
Nas X.
if y'all want to go fund me some of them, I'll put them on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Start that Kickstarter. We're gonna get you a Kickstarter because there are shoots, and that's just
yeah. That's brilliant. You're so
to get the devil some Lil Nas X sneaks. I mean, I don't know. What are they? $1 million? We'll get it. We have no problem with that. We'll get Ms. Parks. Do you know a billionaire who can fund some Lil Nas X blood shoes for the devil?
I think they are Skechers.
They are Skechers, right?
I think they look like Skechers. Yeah.
Listen, if the devil's gonna wear sneaks, they're gonna be fucking Skechers. Because Airwalks, that's Jesus. Here we go.
I'm gonna pay $30 for a piece of steak.
What's he fucking talking about here? I have watched this 1,000 times.
He informed me. I consider myself pretty well informed. He informed me though that Kamala Harris is doing away with beef. I had no idea.
No.
And he said we're gonna pay $30 for a steak.
So here's what I heard. Because I looked into this and the was it the lithium mine theory? Because I'm like, what is my dad bitching about now on his Facebook? So turns out, do you remember when Trump said that these windmills, what are they doing? Like they're
killing all the
spreading
birds.
Liberalism. They're giving us AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're making us. Yeah, we're all gonna turn the babies into the wrong gender. All these things. So when that shit happened, he also had this conspiracy that cow fart, methane, environment, killing environment, little Swedish girl who loves environment. Therefore, Democrats don't want cows farting, so they want to get rid of the cows.
Yeah.
Because the Swedish girl, what's her name? The one who took down that pedophile, and she's, oh fuck, everyone loves her. And some people hate her. I don't know. She skipped school to sit outside because she loves the environment. Anyway, that little girl, he hates her.
Yeah.
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
Greta Thunberg.
They hate her so much. I've never seen so many grown men, or I say
hate a child.
Hate a child. Yeah.
They hate an autistic child, which is even crazier because it's like, wow. So like, and also Trump did get rid of a lot of disabled programs, like disability programs that help the disabled. So it was fucking wild. Oh God.
Look at this art.
I'm going to leave you two alone.
Look at her.
Hi. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. But I oh God, I thought about this moment for a while. I get compared to you all the time. Everyone always says to me, Jen, you're the devil.
Lucky you.
They say to me almost every day. People always want me to go see you, and I know that I'm going to end up with you forever. I know, because I've been a very loyal person, and they they tell me that I'm worse than you, and that's blasphemy. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm not. You are worse. I think sometimes. And I just wanted to say thank you for everything. And it's okay you haven't written me back. It's fine. I get it. You're busy. Me too. And that's okay. I love your work. I love everything you're doing. A little bit of advice, if I was gonna give you any, would be to 100% definitely take the money for those motherfucking shoes. Okay. I've been doing my outreach, outsourcing, whatever for a little bit, and I'm telling you, when they want to give you the money, take the fucking money, okay? Also, I've noticed that when I do my hate on TikTok, they can fucking control you. And like,
Yeah.
no one controls us. We're out of control.
We're ungovernable.
So we're out of control. Right. Then you get it. I knew you'd get it. I knew the minute me and you started talking, it would be like you couldn't shut us up. Okay. So I would take it elsewhere. So get
Yeah.
your devil ass on YouTube too. Get your
Yeah.
demon self on Instagram, because they're gonna fucking shut that shit down. Okay. They're gonna
Yeah.
shut us down, and we're not gonna be there anymore. But
Yeah.
I love you, and
I love you.
have I been making you proud?
Yeah.
It's all I ever wanted. Ever since I
Love
was a
the
little
work
girl.
you do.
Was that you in my room when I was little telling me to do those mean things to the animals?
Was it?
Oh, you are good. You are so good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do you have any advice for me? Before I go, I gotta go finish my sacrifices. I know you get angry if those children, those little kittens aren't sacrificed on time. I know.
Got a deadline. Emphasis on the dead.
Always, Your Honor. Always.
You're doing good work.
Okay, I'll keep it up for you.
Satan loves you.
You know what? All those things people say about me made it all worth it right there.
You can die
So I'm
now.
just gonna say to everybody, okay? In oblivious pension, you're a fucking has-been. I'll see you later. Bye.
You fucking cunt.
Bye.
Yeah, I want you go fucking delete some more. You fucking bitch. Okay. Fucking has been. Fucking get bent, Jen McCabe. Dude. Hudson, you just met the devil, dude.
Yeah.
Did you meet the dog?
Met the real devil. That's who's on the write-in ballot. That's who's going to win the election.
Do you think anyone wrote in Jen McCabe?
If they wrote in Satan, it's going to be that's what this election is going to come down to. Satan's going to win, but then there's going to be a contest about which Satan. Who is it?
Dude, she fucking slid out of her fucking chair, dude. She slid out of her fucking chair, dude.
Yeah.
This is a mitzvah,
like
dude.
Satan.
It's really fucking crazy that you got to meet her today. I mean, could you imagine Marjorie Taylor Greene meeting Jen McCabe?
That needs to happen.
How do we make that happen?
That needs to happen.
I just want to see that. I want to see Jill Daniels and Matt Gaetz, dude. Holy fuck. What if the devil met? Have you thought of going to Massachusetts and just kicking it a little bit at the Karen Reed rallies? Like, would you?
I would go if I can get sent up there. I'd go for sure.
Okay, guys, we're gonna kickstart Hudson a whole new life. We're gonna kickstart him sneaks. We're gonna get you sneakers. We're gonna try to kickstart you a trip to Boston, to Beantown. So it's gonna be fucking Satan walking among beans. All right, and tea. They like to dump tea there.
To Salem too. Anyway, I've been wanting to make
We'll take you to Salem. You can meet some of your hosts that got burned in different area codes. That's gonna be fun.
Yes.
You can go knock on Jen McCabe's door. You can go to Prosper's. They'll put a gun to your head. You'll come. It'll be fucking great. Who can we hook you up with in jail? Because that's going to be the third Kickstarter. We need to find you a prison wife, and then we need to get you to the prison to meet her and obviously film it. So it can't be.
I've been following crime too much lately since I've been on the campaign trail for Trump, but
pick any politician who has tits, because she'll end up in jail if Trump wins.
Well, you know who I love.
We're hoping he doesn't.
She's not going to go to jail though. My politician that I like, she's not.
Linda McMahon.
No.
Who?
I like Big Gretch up in Michigan. Governor Gretchen Whitmer. That's who I like.
You gonna kidnap her?
No.
Satan gonna sneak in there at night with them Proud Boys and take her? What was that about? Do you remember that?
God, that was.
They tried to taking her. They tried to took her.
That tried to. Yeah.
They tried to tooken her.
They tried to tooken her.
And those were some fucking redneck hillbilly white trash fucks. And they were like, we're going to take that pretty lady and get her out of here so she can't be doing no more damage to our rights.
Yeah.
They were going to take her.
Yeah.
They had, didn't they have tasers? Didn't they have a whole Ted Bundy kit?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, part of me wishes, I know this is fucked up, but I did watch Home Alone a lot as a kid. You know how the Wet Bandits in the end, people still found them endearing? Yeah. I'm out. I do wonder
by the kidnappers.
Well, what if they kidnapped her and then she won them over?
I mean,
like what if she was like, come on, guys.
If anybody could, Big Gretch could.
Big Gretch, she's like, let me go. Come on, guys. And then they're like, why are you like this? And she's like, why are you like this? And they're like, well, my mama didn't love you me enough. And she me. Yeah. And they end up questions. Yeah, she ends up kidnapping them back. I feel like she was smart enough. She could have done that.
I would help.
Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Sorry. I was trying to get him to run errands for me.
Basically, martinis with John Ray.
Yeah. Would you grab martinis with John Ray if we paid for the martinis? Yeah. I'll pay for the martinis. Apple teenies. Does Satan have a scrunchie?
Do I or does John Ray?
What if we did this? I'll go to my overpriced insane store on 4th Wall and I'll put a link up. By the way, everyone, I figured it out. I uploaded the Miss Parks level shirts and I forgot to put the OB level, the poor people shirts, which is what I wear. Like, you know your dad. I'm not gonna fucking I add in the shipping. I go, is this reasonable? If it's over $20, I say we have a problem. So I went in there and I tinkered like Gay Jeff in the thermostat, and I found the exact fucking deal. And I even checked the cotton. I didn't get to sniff it yet. They're gonna send me samples, but I started uploading all the shirts on that one. So you only have to pay $15 for a shirt. And the scrunchies, there's nothing I can do. They're just expensive. I did put up Durian Dad. I think what I'm going to do,
can't get around it.
I'm going to put up red velvet devil scrunchies. I'll design them. I'll put them up. Whatever profit we get from that, that's going to go towards I think we should prioritize getting you to Boston first.
Okay.
Because I really want to see you meet the real Jen. Yeah. And if you can boop her on the nose, I'll put a little sauce on that.
Just a little on the end, like safe distance.
You're cute, and just boop her.
Yeah.
If you can get her to peck you on the cheek and take a picture,
I could get her to. Yeah. Satan's got the ribs. I can do it.
I would pull out of my savings for that. No, I have no savings. But another thing,
Give me 401ks.
I'll get you a 401k. And I'm talking big shit right now. These are dreams. But
we all have them.
Can you talk to baby Brian and let him know that Satan's with him, even though they destroyed his birthday?
Sure.
Because I really do think about it all the time. Like, that was real fucked up. It was his birthday. Baby Brian's birthday bash. What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
I just think that more could have been done. I feel like we're beating around the bush with this. I do want to bring back, I think your Aunt Deb is going to come back on. I say back. She was never here. Jen McCabe was here, though.
But I went on like.
She slid off her chair and she was gone. She was so thrilled. Yeah, a rap battle with Colin Albert. I read that at first as rape battle, and I thought, well, that does sound very Colin-y, but I don't feel like the devil would be into that. I think that what we're gonna do, what's totally Dean?
Oh, post the play the one the one I posted. I reposted the video that went viral, but added some stuff to it.
Okay. Yes. Let's find it. Also, they want to know if you're are you the one who made Howard Dean
Howard Dean do what?
Howard Dean when he went and ruined his opportunity.
That was me. I did that.
That was you?
Yeah.
That was fucking him. Yeah, he deaned it up. Yeah. Satan's red butthole scrunchies. What the fuck? Newt the Cute, rock the vote. Newt the Cute says, "Hey, thanks, Newt the Cute." Newt the Cute, or is it K Nut the Cute? K Nut the Cute, rock
Maybe
the
it's
vote.
Nut with silent K.
Nut
Like
with a silent K. Nut the Cute, dude. I like the name. Regardless, thank you very much. We are gonna rock the vote tomorrow. Devil, which one are we playing for you? The most viral one.
It's the third video. It's the
This one.
It says Satan campaigns for Trump in Georgia and gets rebuked by the evangelicals, as I call them.
Evangelicals. Here it is. Wait, the third video is an intellectual meeting.
Oh no, I don't know what's. It's the.
Devil removed his red hat. Hold on, let me see. Oh, is it Satan endorses?
Keep going.
Our
down.
favorite was you telling that woman to get in the back seat.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
And telling her to be more submissive. Hot on the campaign trail for Trump. 6 more days until.
It looks different on yours than mine.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's like, oh, it's because you're in the playlist. Can you just go to the page? I don't know if you're able to.
What is it?
Log in there.
Videos. Something went wrong.
Something went really wrong. Oh. All these videos. Okay, so the third one.
Oh, this one's 5 million.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that chick. That's the Karen.
Yeah.
So you want this one?
Yeah. It has...
I plead the blood of Jesus Christ over you.
Also, I feel like pouring blood on you when you're already red is just a waste. What a wasteful cunt. Okay, let's go.
Oh, so I plead the blood of Jesus Christ over you right now in the name of Jesus.
Appreciate it.
The blood of Jesus.
We need
We
Trump.
pray the blood of Jesus over you that he will deliver you.
All of you worship Trump. Idolatry. Idolatry, baby.
I asked God, my Father, to help Trump win. Yes. Fallen angel, hey? Yeah. You need a couple of mean tweets.
And Deb.
No, keep playing. Also, when I pop into your lives, hon, it doesn't like leave me in the studio. It just pops me right on screen. So I don't know if you guys were talking about like something serious before. But
no, we're watching. Yeah, this is Hudson.
This is very unserious.
No, it's great.
Dude.
I stuck a rainbow in my car. God. I call them Beelzebubas.
This is so good.
Vote against the women.
Thank you, Laura.
Vote against non-white people.
Dude, I'm turning him up.
She told me I vote for you every day. I said, that's a felony.
What?
That lady, I asked her, did you vote for me? That always like throws them. And she's like, yeah, I vote for you every day. And I said, that's a felony. And
dude, and you can't vote if you're a felon.
I think I thought I put the Jesus people clip in this one, but I don't remember if I did or not.
Dude, really when you told that lady to be submissive to her husband, I about lost my shit. That was fucking great.
I just started following you. Started getting back into TikTok again. I am so fucking excited for you. I feel like I want to like stage mom right now. Like this is so great. Like this
stage mom away.
Okay, good. I'm gonna more platforms like because TikTok's gonna fucking shut down. Jen gave you good advice. But bitch, take this and fucking run with it. I know you're like big into politics and activism. Great. Back pocket that. You're a fucking star, bitch. Okay. So start taking this and go everywhere with it. Like go to fucking LGBTQ events. Go everywhere with Satan. Do a tour. Do little things where you approve or disapprove things 1 minute a day. Satan likes this. Satan doesn't like this. Take it, fucking run with it. We don't have a Satan character that people just like, oh, that's our Satan. This could be you. That could be fucking you.
Yeah.
Like take it, run with it. I'm so proud. I'm so happy for you. Did you ever expect this?
No, I did not.
So, what happened? Like, I know you started doing it, but like, what, like, did you have any like feeling or anything like before this happened? Like, was there anything kind of like setting you up for like this to happen? Like, sometimes the universe puts things in our path. Like, did certain things happen to like all line up and make this occur?
I had just been talking to so many voters just as my normal self, like, canvassing, doing everything to try to, turn this election in our favor. And then it just hit me. I don't know, as Halloween's my favorite time of year. And as that was kind of approaching and coinciding with the election, I was like, and it just started coming to me. And I'm so sick of, the far right, and trying to legislate everybody's, existence and tell everybody what they can do with their own bodies, be it women, be it trans people, whatever. And I'm tired of it being an issue, being these issues like abortion, trans kids getting attacked, things like that, like I said earlier, like, I'm not going to debate people's right to exist. We need to get that out of politics, period. Protect people, let them be who they're going to be. And then let's talk about things that affect all of us, and try to get somewhere. And these politicians are, using these issues to distract us, to divide us, and keep us from uniting, right? And holding them accountable and holding these corporations accountable that really run this country. But I think it was just getting fed up, but also trying to think, well, what can I do? Because I've talked to people in all different ways where I've been, very aggressive and sort of attacking their beliefs. And then I've been, very, passive and gentle and sort of calling them in instead of calling them out. And wasn't really, every now and then you break through and get to somebody, but most of the time you don't. And I thought, my big concern right now, of course, is our democracy, for everybody, because if we don't have that, we don't have any of the other things that I was talking about. And this is very scary stuff that people are not taken seriously. I think a lot of people don't understand Project 2025 or think that that's real. And I don't know. I just started thinking, I'll be honest, my first inclination was to hold up a sign that said Trump is a Nazi and just to be very bold about it, because I don't feel like the messaging has been aggressive enough, about what this is. And we've got, our political leaders have to kind of be careful what they say. And, I'm like, well, somebody's got to get out there and say it. And it needs to be in the most simple and direct fashion. And I'd already been doing regular sign waving events and things. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to make this sign. And then, political speech is the most protected speech we have, but I didn't want to have any sort of gray areas where they could accuse me of slandering him or anything like that. So I was like, well, let me just put a positive spin on it. And I started thinking about how, Kamala Harris has all these celebrity endorsements. Trump has none, can't get anybody to endorse him. So I thought, I'm going to give him an endorsement that they're not going to like, but I'm going to give it to them and, and say only positive things about him and see how they respond and how they react.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of, here it is, whether you like it or not, and sort of flip a mirror on them, because this is their symbol of deception and deceit, evil, chaos, destruction, all the things that Trump represents. And would
you hit a fucking gold mine, dude. This is what you should do. I get it. All these feelings, right? And you don't know how to be heard. This is the perfect fucking way because it's lighthearted, and anything that's light is gonna work, right?
Yeah.
So it's fucking.
And they laugh,
that's what you need.
Mad
That's
immediately. I get flipped off and told stuff, and I cackle when it happens,
Yeah.
And then that makes them madder. I've had them even stop and turn around and come back just to be mad again.
Right.
And,
but why, you make them mad, you're inside. At least they have feelings towards something, right? Instead of just letting whatever happen. You pissing people off like that. It's gonna happen or whatever. But take this and fucking run with it. Run with it. Literally. Show up as fucking get a Hitler costume. Yeah. Go to fucking abortion clinics and be like, I fucking want to, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do it.
Yeah.
And
don't get it. Nope. Do not get a Hitler costume. Do not get this.
Aunt Deb says, get yourself a Hitler costume.
Don't get a Hitler costume.
Aunt Deb approves.
I'm stepping in here.
Get one.
The devil, don't get it. I almost said Hitler. Hudson, listen.
Hudson, you come to Massachusetts, I'll be Hitler for you.
They would have no problem with.
First of all, Deb,
Hitler.
I'm not going to, obviously. Bitch.
She loves dressing like Hitler. She does it all the time. It's crazy. She's just waiting to break that thing out publicly and get it approved. So
listen, I lock my doors, I throw on my high heels, I put my Hitler costume on, and I vacuum all day. It's just what I do.
Yeah, it's
there
just what she
was
does.
An interaction the other day that I do feel like I changed his mind.
And you will. And
Actually,
even if you don't, you get people to think. Like,
He was
no one's if you're coming in there on a fucking soapbox telling everyone how to think, no one's gonna listen to you. You have to
yeah,
meet someone where they're
patient.
at and have an actual conversation with them and respect the fact that they don't agree with you, but still talk to them. And that's how
Yeah,
you change people's minds.
yeah,
Like, that's it. You gotta play like, dude, if I never played fucking Jen or played fucking Bev, two of the most hated people, in a lighthearted way, nothing would nothing. It never would have came. Nothing.
yeah,
Nothing. That's what you have
yeah.
to do. And you did it. And it's fucking so cool to watch. It really is. And I'm sure OB's like fucking her ovaries are exploding because it's like you're her child. And she's like, I know she's like beyond fucking proud. And we're all
Baby
fucking
Bird
proud.
flew, dude. What are you talking about?
Dude,
Like,
not only flew and then
I feel,
reinvented how to be a bird.
dude, it's like I feel like an Indian dad whose son just became a doctor. Like, I just feel so good right now.
Dude, you're an Asian dad whose son became a doctor and then shit on all the other doctors.
Yeah. And then, like, also they tried to kick me off a plane, but I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go.
And dude, literally make your fucking YouTube account tonight. I just started doing TikTok lives and I did one as Nurse Kim and then I did one as Bev. That's why I got the nails on because Nurse Kim.
Yeah.
Fucking 15 minutes into it, I got a fucking violation for harassment and bullying as pretending to be someone else. So like for the things I was saying are fucked up, but like I'm not me saying it. So they were like, boom, they took it down, they violated me, all this other shit. Like,
oh, that was me. I reported you.
protect your fucking protect your shit. Because
Yeah.
this could take you where you want to go. This could potentially take care of you for the rest of your life.
Somebody told
And
me
your
today,
kids and their kids.
you're a moral superhero, and I was like, oh, okay, I like that.
Oh, also that you have there is a what do you call it, appeal process where when you appeal that decision, Deborah,
I did.
You can put it under parody because she's a public figure, but also she can like directly contact them if she wants and be like, I do not feel bullied. Fuck this.
The line that did it it was a suicide reference and they didn't like that. One of my students came in the live and was like fucking with me and they were like, I'm gay, what do I do? And I said, wear protection because AIDS is crazy.
And they violated that.
They didn't love that. Why didn't they love that?
They kept sprayeds. They didn't say shit about sprayeds.
They love sprays.
TikTok is super conservative too.
Conservative. It's so crazy.
But they have like everything I've appealed, they've reinstated like pretty quickly. I was like, oh, this is gonna take days, but it was within a few minutes, really.
But the more appeals you get on your fucking TikTok record, they're gonna fucking.
I think I'm shadow banned right now because my
you probably
videos
are. Get on YouTube and Instagram and like because if they take that away from you, you're gonna start all over again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like expand because you don't want to be like limited to just that and depending on just one fucking thing.
Exactly.
I think that people also don't understand shadow banning as much as that. Like they think it's something it's kind of not. So just a heads up, and you might know this already, Satan, but I'm just explaining this to everyone else. Shadow banning isn't actually getting rid of you. And it's not making it so that you don't technically appear in other people's threads. All they do, technically, shadow banning is just like when you have chat on and you put it in slow mode to where like instead of being able to comment anything you want, once you put one comment in, you have to wait 30 seconds to a minute to put another. So that's all it is. They changed the algo, the code, so that, and it's easy. It's the click of a button. And now what it does is it slows down the amount of times you are suggested to people.
Oh yeah,
or
it's
bumped up due to SEO, like search engine optimization. But it's the same, like when people search for you and want to see related videos, it will half-life that. So really what it's doing is it's limiting its amount of pushing you in someone else's face. And theoretically, people who don't want to give up their data, people who are like, I don't want to give you my data, stop showing me products. That's the world you want to live in, a shadow ban world. It's a world where they're not pushing the shit you want to see as much. Yeah. And it's funny to me, we didn't do that here, but it is funny to me when creators who, or just anybody who's like, I don't want them to fucking push this shit on me or show me this shit. Why am I shadow banned? It's like, you don't fucking want to see this shit.
Yeah.
And so there's hits and misses. So when it happens to you, all you kind of have to do is self-promote again for like a day and it bumps you back up.
Really?
Because however many times people look for you, you're going to have to triple that essentially to get yourself bumped back up into the regular rhythm of things. So if you, let's say, searched yourself 100 times on Google in the same day from the same IP, you're going to get bumped back out of shadow ban territory. And some people don't realize that. So just be vain and search yourself.
We're
Like,
gonna start
not
calling this OB-splaining instead of mansplaining.
I'm just saying, if you, let's say theoretically they're
Laura
trying to
said it.
shadow
Laura
ban
said it.
you.
Not me. Laura said it.
If theoretically they're trying to ban you and you notice that you're not popping up for people as much as you used to, go in there and hit enter 30 times and let it give you the same results back. And then the second they change, you are now back in the algo.
Do you still have all your videos like saved?
Yeah, everything's
Okay, good,
up, and
good.
I know TikTok does not like it when you delete a video, so I think you can just
They don't
make
like
it
fucking
private though if
anything.
it's crappy. That's why I reposted like this one that she's got up now. It was it's part of the original. It's that clip that went viral, but I added some more stuff to it because on their creator program, your video has to be at least a minute long to be monetized.
Yep.
Which I didn't know when I put that video up because I didn't think it was going to do anything. I just put it up because like, this is funny. This will make
That's how it fucking happens.
Yeah. And
I
so
wish she had a
people were
buff
like, post it again, but then TikTok hates unoriginal content. So that's why I changed it up, added things to it, put in some other clips with it, but it's just not taking off. So
Can we get her a furry butt plug? Can we get Satan a furry butt plug?
Can we
Sure.
put fucking Hudson up somewhere?
How do we do this?
Because the comments are like blocking him, and I think he looks fabulous. It needs to be like seen. I can't see this bitch. Hold on. Hun, where are your layouts?
The screen.
Oh, layout. I got it. I got this shit.
Can I just say
There
how
you go.
much I fucking love that you two are communicating? Because again, I love patterns and I like seeing the creative, happy, fun, like the comedy element who's using it to make change in this sad ass Karen retrial. And then the comedy element who's using comedy to force change in the sad ass election.
Yeah.
No, my head looks huge. Get rid of that.
A lot of people were saying too, like they're like, I've got so much anxiety about all this, and this is helping me laugh. I got a message from one lady who her best friend was Roseanne Boyland, who is one of the ladies here in North Georgia who was killed during January 6th. Like she had fallen for a lot of the QAnon conspiracy stuff, and she was there at January 6th, and she died. And the lady messaged me and was like, she goes, we would be dying laughing at this together, And I said, well, my next video is going to be dedicated to her. And I did. And I put that on the thing. And she was like, she commented like, dude, I'm ugly crying right now. She would have loved this and thought it was funny, like regardless of how she, And that's what I want to do is bring people together. Yeah. I hope to like change some minds, but I want to spark conversations between people and their people, in their lives.
You're doing shit that you probably don't even realize that you're doing, that like this is doing too. So just keep fucking doing it and like focus on your goal and like, don't listen to anyone else. Literally, just listen to yourself. Whatever you want to do what you want to do. Like, don't let anyone come in here and like fuck it up. Like, yeah, follow your heart, Satan. And like, just when I was watching, like when you first came on with OB, like this is why I'm saying this, because when I was watching, I'm like, there is no devil. And I just had this vision in like 10 years, right, of on like SNL. They're like, well, what does the devil think? And it's you. Like, you are, like, it's this character can be the devil that everyone kind of goes to. And you could take it and fucking run with it. And that is not impossible. And it's not, like, completely out of reach right now. So I think you should just fucking keep doing it. Just keep doing it.
I have two thoughts. A marketing thought I want Adept to comment on.
Of course you do. Go ahead. Yeah.
You know the lizard guy that gives a therapy lizard?
No.
He dresses like a lizard, goes on Reddit, and people hit him up like Frasier. He's a guy. He's just a guy from Philly who dresses like a lizard, and he sits cross-legged. Sometimes he smokes cigarettes. He's on a couch, and he's like,
"Talking about me? Is this?"
And he's like, yeah, he's you.
I feel very seen.
He's
We're
you.
Like, is he with us now?
If you were in head to toe green man suit like Charlie, and then had a lizard head outfit on, It's you. He looks disheveled. He's sometimes, I think, inebriated, but then he sounds fucked up. But then he gives really good advice, but also
Dude, this
ends
is
it with,
deep.
or fucking don't, whatever, you know, and people love him. And he went viral during the pandemic. And all I'm saying is therapy, Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
no shit, dude. Yes, I'm fucking
Definitely
with
have
that
advice.
because it's like
on
God.
YouTube. It's just you sitting
Bad
on a
advice.
throne. You're sitting on a throne.
Yeah, dude.
You've got maybe a tiny Jen
Advice
McCabe head.
line, Satan advice line, like
Satan
calling,
advice
like
line.
callers.
You're Fraser Satan. You're Satan Fraser. I bless you. You're from my own loins.
Yeah, dude.
Please be the
Yes.
devil side of be Niles, be Maris. No, don't go
Like
that
your
far.
summon
Who
is
doesn't want
important
to talk to the devil? Like, who doesn't want to talk?
Who doesn't want to talk to Satan? Here's the best part. If
Everyone has
somebody,
something to say to you. Everyone has
yeah.
something to say to you.
and if somebody complains about your advice, be like, I'm the fucking devil. I lied.
Like you don't hear that. Everyone complains about it.
Yeah.
You don't.
It's
It
on
doesn't
you.
fall on you.
Yeah.
Devil. You're the you're the
Yeah.
therapy devil. You should
Yes.
listen to people's problems and tell them what to do because you're a
Just
good
the
dude.
devil.
You're just the devil. You're Satan. You're a
Ask the
good dude.
devil.
You're trying your best.
Ask the devil. Ask Satan.
Fucking no one likes you, dude. And I don't mean not Hudson,
A lot
but
of
the
people
devil. No. I'm saying the devil historically, no one you're the bad guy. It's like, why is the devil always the bad guy, by the way?
I
Yeah,
told
He's
the
like
lady at
baby
the rally,
Joker.
and I said, I'll pray for you. And I said, pray for discernment or don't.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's like, oh, poor, I pity the fool. I pity the devil. Like this son of a bitch is like the worst thing that can happen. If you go hang out with him, that's the worst thing that can happen to you. People would rather swim in a sea of period blood than be around you. You're basically Gail the Snail, and that sucks.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn,
Gail
it
the
sucks
Snail.
that people are treating the devil this way. So you have literally been at the bottom. You're in hell.
Yeah.
It can't get much worse from here.
No.
So who wants advice from someone who hasn't struggled, who hasn't been kicked while they're down?
Right.
You can tell them how to not end up Jen McCabe.
Right.
Dude, I'm not thinking like literally like you and the devil telling
support
Jen
Satan.
McCabe, you and Obi, you and
I
the
like
devil
that.
telling Jen McCabe what to do at a flea market. Like anything. There's so much you can do with it. There's
so much we can exploit you, and that's the most important
I'm
part
going
of
to
it.
exploit you.
And here's another thing. Emotional support Satan. Do you see the marketing and branding here? Satan pillow dolls, like the fucking wrestling buddies, but the devil, so that you can hug the devil on a couch and tell people
Satan
how like
hate balls.
it was
Bev
weird
needs
growing up.
one. Like
yeah.
They're going to be
Like,
putting you on cocaine, dude. They're going to be putting you on heroin bags before no time.
I will relapse with a heroin bag of Satan. Like, yes.
I will watch her relapse, film it, exploit it, and make an apology video.
Yes.
Relapse.
Yes.
1-900 call Satan.
I love
1-900 emotional support Satan. We're not giving you any percent for that, Ariel.
What's the day that this all started, like, for you? Like, if there's one specific day that you were like, okay, this is kind of big.
What was the day you woke up and said, fuck God?
Yeah. When was the day you woke up and said, fuck? No, I'm not going to say that out loud. Go ahead.
Oh, I was very young.
No, I mean for this.
You mean for this?
Hudson's like every day since I was 4.
We're like, Hudson, please don't trauma dump. Like,
never let them baptize me.
Hudson was a dark, fucked up child.
Dude.
Yes.
Hudson's like, it started at church. All right.
It
So
probably did, honestly.
It 100% did.
Probably about 7. I was about 6 or 7. Yeah.
No, like how long for this? How long has this been like
church
happening?
lady? This about just about a month, really.
Fucking yes, this is the time, bitch. This is the time.
Exploit Satan and the O can have a pentagram.
Let the devil fucking make your life amazing.
Trump, but it's a
You
it's
never
a
thought, right?
Mm-hmm. I did
Dude,
not. It's been
gonna
coming
do
though.
branding.
It's been coming because I've been so like blasphemous my day, and
it makes sense.
So
right. It's like the
you were
easiest
meant
answer.
to do this.
Yeah,
you were meant to
fucking
do
were.
this.
You really were, dude. You really fucking were.
We're gonna get you a dungeon. Do you realize that? You're gonna have a dungeon.
A fuck dungeon.
Okay.
A dungeon for your prison wife, dude.
For
when she gets
whoever you
out.
want to fucking non-consensually come inside.
No. This is like the Nazi thing. Deborah.
Sorry, I get a little excited.
We're not in Boston right now. We're not in Boston.
I am.
We don't do that in other places. That's a Boston.
Bible's a bad boy. Okay, I like that.
Fucking, he's from. They don't have God up there. Do you understand? We may talk shit.
Okay, you
but
have too much
we
God
have
down
Jesus.
there.
Yeah, we have way too much. We have so much that even the atheists have Jesus. Now up there, they got No fucking Jesus. They got straight up Jen McCabe on tap, full blown Nagel, concentrated Nagel. Too much at every. It's a Nagel buffet.
You got to come
It's
up
a
here
bad
for the
place.
trial.
I can't
I
wait to
would
go.
love to.
No, you
Can
have
we-
to, not love to. You fucking
Want to.
have to.
Can we all go for the trial? Can we go to a
Yes,
buffet?
and like you got to
a
be
Nagel
outside the
buffet?
courthouse, dude. You have to be outside the courthouse. Take this
Let's do it.
cash cow, fucking hook it up to a machine, and milk the motherfucking fuck out of it, dude.
I'm gonna dress like a cow.
I need to. I don't have the following though. Like I started like
You are going to, and you're getting there. It's 1 month,
Dude,
bitch. It's
we're
been
the
1
following.
month.
and like on
You
Facebook,
got,
I had
you got more. You got
like
more than you had a
nobody's
month
doing
ago.
that anymore. But like
How many of you?
I've been restricted since like 2009, so I never developed a following or anything.
Listen.
Instagram, I was banned. I had to wait like for years to get another Instagram. Like that's my story on social media.
Well, listen, since you left to go do this, to fly into the sun and become Satan, like a phoenix rising up, the cult coven changed. We became the select board. And I'm
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Bob. I'm Bob, you guys. And I'm bobbing it right now. And I'm calling it.
Bobbing it.
This cult, we're going to keep following the Hugin. You guys can mindlessly listen to me spout my shit. But I think for now, we got to follow the devil. I think we got to follow Hudson. I think Hudson might be our leader. I think we might need to follow Satan.
Might be. We don't have a choice.
We have no choice. You're the dark underlord. We're going to need you to direct us on what to do from now on. We will be establishing a moose flute song for you directly to hail
Oh my
you.
God, the Georgia Devil. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Fucking,
the devil
this is perfect.
I tried to be kind of generic.
You have horns.
Kind of broad. Didn't want to pigeonhole myself just to
look at Deb. Deb
wow.
has horns.
Yeah. She sprouted horns.
Deborah, you whore. You horned whore. You horned whore.
You devilish harlot. Look at that. Oh. Naturally horny hair.
Fuck, dude. Fuck.
It's incredible. Is that freaking you out?
No, because this shit happens all the time. But it's like, this is a sign.
It's a sign.
This is like this is like my hair getting an erection. Like I'm excited. Like this is exciting. Yeah.
I got out of the car yesterday. It was with a photographer who wanted to take some pictures. I get out of the car, and behind him gets a Episcopalian priest gets out of the car. That's never happened in my entire life. Like
beautiful.
Until I'm out there as Satan.
You need to be selling prints. You need prints. You need signed prints.
Priest float.
Horny hair.
Send.
You need signed prints.
Get the RV and pick people up.
Dude, you got to do a photo shoot with Jen McCabe.
And we'll oh yeah, I'll get her.
You have to. Like you have to.
Adam used to say he was gonna fuck Jen McCabe.
Dude, you coming here, you going like live and taking advice and taking questions.
Well, I
would watch.
I'll make more recipes for disease because that's what I'm full of.
We got to get you an altar, or we got to get you some. We got to change the backdrop. Is too lovely. You've got beautiful flower. I mean, I'm gonna start criticizing.
No, it would be amazing if he was in like a very heavenly backdrop.
I made a different one. I was trying to find one with flames. Like,
can you get a Micah Stauffer backdrop though? Do you know what I'm talking
you need
about?
Heaven. You need heaven as a backdrop.
Apology, yeah. Well, apology videos have the best backdrops. They're usually crisp white. You've got a white
Stop
t-shirt.
Stop trying to make everything your apology video.
But I
apologize for that.
But it kept like glitching and doing all. It was distracting. So
you need hooves.
Can we talk about?
You do?
Yeah.
So ones that like go back.
They just fit over. They're just hooves. I don't know how to explain it.
No,
what do you
do
if
put your foot in that looks like a fucking hoove? We'll get them for you. We'll get them.
What do you do if someone wrenches your whore?
They do what?
Take your whore. They take your whore and they wrench her up. They choose up. What do you do if your whore chooses up because of a wrench? Because of mod life Melly over here, fucking taking off, leaving.
I'm confused. I'm so lost.
The glazer wrenched up this whore.
All right, I can't be here for this conversation.
No, you're here. You're here. You stay right here. This is accountability. Satan, I need you to moderate. I need you to moderate.
I need to hear the story because I'm.
You know what? Go ahead, Auntie Deb. Tell him the story. Tell him what happened.
You're the one that brought this up. Why don't you tell him the fucking story?
Okay, so I'm trying to find it. Listen,
fine. I'll tell him.
Stay here. Tell him.
All right. So, no, you tell him. You tell him.
So I'm sitting here trying to come up with a beef because I want to make a good apology video. because the best YouTubers have
Dude,
apology
don't be so
videos.
long-winded about it. Just give him the fucking 2-sentence
I want to
version.
do I'm setting it up, bitch. Shh. Go to the Glazer. Here, anyway, I'm trying to get an apology video out of this shit. I'm trying to start a beef, right? Well, then everyone's like, let the beef come to you, or they're suggesting beefs. All of a sudden, one day, the Glare, some guy on the internet, wrenches
You
this
hateful bitch.
wrenches this fucking where is she wrenches this fucking whore up, gives her a mod wrench. Remember how people from the group were really
Oh, for
on it?
your for
Gave her a mod wrench for his channel. And the kids are like, did you hear? Aunt Deb got wrenched. I said, my whore got wrenched.
This is a personal problem.
Now all of a
it's something
sudden,
with
this
you.
horned whore is going over to the Glazers channel, wrenched up, talking about mod life. All of a sudden, mod life is cool.
Yeah, it is.
All of a sudden,
You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it.
after all that shit talk, mod life is so sick. Mod life sucks until someone wrenches you, you whore. So she runs to the Glazer. And everybody's like, what are you going to do about it? Like, are you going to pull your dick out? You just going to let that whore get wrenched? And I'm like,
She put her fucking
Yeah.
tail between her legs like a little bitch.
I said, yeah. And then I was like, my feelings are kind of hurt, but it's whatever. And then I threw shots. And guess what? The Glazer went, pew, pew, didn't even notice. So now I'm mid beef. This person has no idea who I am. This whore is wrenched up. What do I do? I'm in a pickle.
I know you had, first of all, he loves like comedy and
Conundrum.
comedians, so you have an in. I'm just letting you know.
He's got more street soldiers than me, Satan. What do I do?
I don't know. That's a conundrum. Satan loves a conundrum.
Oh shit!
You're not
He
a
just
big
says
help.
he's just allowing it. He's just allowing it.
You're just allowing it? You're just gonna allow what are you, Judge Beverly? I'll allow it. I just gotta get fucking beamed. You have no thoughts. All of a sudden, you got no fucking thing to say because I'm in the wrong. Because I'm in the wrong. Am I in the wrong?
You said it right.
Did I? Am I? Do I have limits? I just need. Look, what's that movie where they're like, let them swim?
I don't know what the movie.
You know what I'm talking about? It doesn't matter.
I just took her out just because, you know what I mean? Like, you know, she's. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh my God. It's like, get over it. You know what I mean? Like, you're a grown ass man. Get over it. Dude, this is so exciting. So what's your next thing?
I don't know. Well, tomorrow I'm going to go out. I'm going to try to, she's in the chat now.
I know.
Go and try to hit some of the polling places. I don't know if there's going to be like big turnout or little turnout because a lot of people here did early voting. You know, that was a big, we set some records. So it might not be a lot of people, but I thought I'd go and sort of troll some people in line. Here you have to be 150 feet away. So could do that, be outside the polling places they're coming in and stuff.
I mean, record everything. Like record getting ready, driving there. Like
somebody said, drop the get ready with me.
Yes, people would love that, especially like now, like this. You don't know if this, like, say literally like the vision that I had is a thing. That's gonna be gold.
Yeah.
Like record everything you're doing because this is a really fucking interesting journey. Like record it all of it, all your thoughts, save everything. Like people are gonna want it. Like it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And get your ass on YouTube. Why aren't you here already?
I don't know. I just never have. Like I don't. This is the first time I've really gotten a lot of material at once. Like I've recorded little funny things here and there that happen and stuff, but no big deal. It's like shared it with friends and stuff. You know? Yeah. That was the first time I thought, well, I'm going to put this up there just to entertain people, if nothing else, you know. And it just took off.
We'll make one the minute you get off this.
Liked it.
Okay. And let us know the fucking handle so we can pimp your ass out. Okay. After 50 subscribers, your ass can go live and then have a fucking YouTube. Start making some fucking little bit of side cash on this shit. Okay. This is your time and it's worth it. And it's so good for everyone.
Yeah.
You can't not. You have to. If you don't, I'll fucking force you to do it. Like I'll do it for you. Like yes, I was Obi. You know every night I get in blackface before bed. You know I do. So thank you.
She goes to sleep.
I can't sleep without blackface. I can't. Just it calms me down, dude.
Skincare.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking proud of you. I'm so fucking excited for you, dude. Like But I do think like not a Q&A, but people are gonna like people have so much to say to the devil.
Claudia's
They
offering.
have so much they want to ask. So much shit. So
Yeah.
much shit. You can
They
do
do.
all this.
They do.
You have the whole world ahead of you. Anything you want to
MAGA
do, you can
folks ask Satan a lot of things.
and everyone doesn't matter. It's like it's more
Yeah.
personal instead of being like politics, blah blah. That's something like outside of yourself, right? It's like I don't even watch the fucking news because it brings me down so much. But Satan, everyone can relate to that. Everybody.
Yeah. I like that idea. Yeah, because I've been trying to think like, what am I going to do? And I mean, they'll contest the election, all that kind of stuff will drag out and stuff. So I can kind of.
Oh, and if Trump wins, that's good for you. I'm not even kidding. Like, you kind of don't want him to, but you kind of do want him to because that
I
gives you
can
more
move out of
shit
the
to
country
do.
and do it remotely.
Dude, and like Obi said something to me that was like it kind of hit. She was like, Deb, she was like, you have a woman who didn't kill someone on trial for murder, and you have people saying that they want another trial just because you're making them happy. Think about the impact of that. And I was like, fuck, like you're right. When she said that, I was like, you're fucking
I
right.
did
Like
say that.
People were
you
saying
did.
like,
That was
they're like, I can't wait till this election's over, but also I don't want the videos to end. And I'm like, oh no, me too.
But like, really think about that. Like, this entire
Mhm.
economy was started around this trial. Just like how war brings forth good tithings for the economy, a good murder trial, no matter how tragic it is going to rake in money for lots of people who don't fucking know anyone involved. And it's wild.
Yeah.
And in some instances, it's just like journalists need to get paid. And in other instances, it's get ready with me while I look up Karen's asshole. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And some of it is like, this bitch fucking did it. Here's 20 reasons why and what I think should happen to her. And it's like a bro with a truck. And you're like,
and it's such a metaphor for politics right now. You know, what they're trying to do to women. And
yeah. And think about that. Like, this woman's been through so much and this guy is dead.
Yeah.
And people are like, it is kind of cool that we get to see Aunt Deb again.
People are like, can you put on that wig again? We like that.
How many people have to die so we can see that wig?
How many more cops do we have to put on lawns?
Yeah.
People are like, well, the good thing about her maybe almost going to prison again and undergoing double jeopardy and having to drag this family through their dead loved one's tragedy all over again while we look at pictures of a bloody dead cop who isn't getting justice at all and then listen to all these behemoths fucking rip on us and dox us and ruin our lives is that we get to see Aunt Deb do her skits.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
No
it's
pressure.
Dana Carvey. It's Church Lady. It's fucking Adam Sandler, opera guy. It's fucking the devil in Georgia screaming at.
It's the devil in Georgia, dude.
You were yelling at a Real House Mom of Orangetown or whatever. Like you were yelling at a Trump
Mom of Orangetown.
a Trump cunt. You were yelling at one.
Yeah.
And she was filming it because she wants to be around you.
Yeah.
She hates everything you're doing right now. She thinks it's offensive. But she's
filming, and I was asking people, please find her channel because I want to know how her video is doing. I want to see it from her perspective.
Oh, it's all those mom groups that are like, okay. And then they have their Stanleys and they're fucking dancing in the living room.
42 ounces of holy water just waiting for your face. Like, yeah.
42 is a very specific number.
Look at C. Smith soaked.
But it's around there, right? How much does
C. Smith is drenched with the blood of Jesus. Dude. Let the devil in you.
And that thing you said about people being like, come stay at my house. Isn't that so weird?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I was like, and Satan's being protective of people online. I'm like, don't invite people to stay at your home.
You're like, that's how that no joke. That's how Matty Soto shit happens. Like, don't go inviting any old stranger in your house.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put this out here now. I'm gonna declare it right now, and I'm actually gonna cut this into a short and then spread it around so everyone knows. You're never invited to my house. You're never coming to my house. You're not. I don't care who you are. You're not coming over
specifically or anybody.
This is anybody. Listen, if you're in the fold where you're coming to my house, that means I think I can take you in a fight. All right, so it's not a compliment if you're coming to my house. And
that's
you're
like
not
getting invited to 34 Fairview.
Yeah, you're not coming to my house. You're not coming to my house. You're never coming to my house. So don't ask. If you come to visit and you show up at my house, I will exercise whatever amendment right I have. To
You can come to my
speech,
house.
to guns, to fucking throwing things at you and calling you names. I will hold you down and spit in your mouth. Don't fucking come to my house. Don't come to my house. Come to my city if you want. Don't come to my work. Don't come to my friends' houses.
You don't
And then
work.
we're good. And then we're good.
If you come up here, because Obi's getting her ass up here. If you come up here for the trial, you can stay here.
Yeah.
We need like a place to stay. So
Yeah.
you guys can stay
We
here
can all
and we
stay
can
together.
chill. Yes,
Like,
exactly. That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
If we went live from the trial, like
I'll go to your house. I'll go to your house.
There's
Don't come to
no
my
like limit. Like the sky
No.
is the limit. The
Yeah.
limit
No
is
limit
not the
soldiers?
sky.
no.
What about soldiers?
No
We're
limit
the-
soldiers?
We're the no limit soldiers.
Are we no limit soldiers right now?
I don't know what
Soldiers
that
with
means.
no limits?
Doctors Without Borders? Without borders.
Same
Okay.
without horners. Dude,
How do I have to get out of here because I have to charge my phone. I'm on 3%. But if I press
Turd
end,
Ferguson's
it's
trying
gonna
to
end
get
the live
wrenched.
stream.
What?
If I press end, it's gonna end the live stream. I don't know how I get out of here.
That's up to you, babe. We'll talk about Karina Homer another time because this is already so disrespectful.
Who are you talking to?
The chat. Listen, guys. Because Deb likes to end things when I don't expect it.
I feel like you were gonna. Don't you have more stuff to do or no?
No. Listen, Deb likes to end things. So if we Irish goodbye,